All right, and we are live. So, Texans versus Chiefs. Should be an interesting one for sure. Obviously, like I said, this is, as I said in my promo. Hello, 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 Parker. How you doing? How you doing? I said early on that, not early on, but in the description for this video, this is basically a playoff game for Kansas City. Just try to keep their playoff hopes alive. Um, Obviously, the Texans have a little bit of an easier schedule after this. They have two kind of cupcakes. Then they end the season against the Chargers, who they match up pretty well against, and then the Colts, who right now look like they're going to go through free fall. So, should be interesting to see how this goes. Obviously, like I said, the Jaguars beat the Colts, so they took sole ownership of the AFC South right now. So that's what the Texans are kind of fighting for. Try to stay in. Try to stay in contention for the AFC South. If they win tonight, I feel like they have a good shot because I have a good shot that the Texans can win out, especially the last four games. Jaguars have to go against the Broncos, and I feel pretty good about the Broncos. It'll be interesting to see how this game goes. I am picking the Chiefs because, like I said, I think this is much more of a one, it's a home game for them. Two, it's way more desperation mode for them. So that's the reason why I'm going with the Chiefs. Is UCF football going to be Old Dominion or not in the bowl game? Let's see here. Who is USF's football coach right now since Alex Golish took the Auburn job? And you got the OC that left with them. Who is replacing him? I'll go with Old Dominion because I know that guy. He's staying there at Old Dominion. So I'll go Old Dominion. Also, I have a cousin who's at Old Dominion, so good for them. So I'll probably go with them because I don't know who is going to be coaching the USF football team now that Alex Golish is gone. Let me get this fixed. Yeah, I know the bowl games just came out. The playoff committee just came, and I'm sure I will get some questions about how I feel about that. I can talk about that a little bit later. In the show, in the play-by-play commentary. Notre Dame opting out of a bowl is a interesting move. I understand, you're upset, but you're also, if your team truly was all in on we're fine not playing, that's still kind of crazy because that's less practice for you to have with your future team, with especially your younger players. Two, that means that the Stanford game was the last game you have to play for a lot of these people. So interesting to say the least. Is Jacksonville State going to beat Troy or not in the bowl game? So I've seen Troy because like I said I watched the Troy versus JMU. I like Troy's defense. I don't like their offense. So I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a very defensive game. I'm going to go with Jacksonville State, however. I'm going to go with Charles Kelly, Auburn alum. Charles Kelly, who's the head coach of Jacksonville State after Rich Rod left for West Virginia again. So I'll go with Jacksonville State. I think it's going to be a close game, like a really defensive game, probably like a 20-14 kind of game. So I'll go with Jacksonville State. The Gamecocks. Talking about Notre Dame. Notre Dame opting out is a little bit interesting. I can understand their frustration, but like I said, you're also not getting that bowl revenue. You're not getting other things that I think you're taking a stand, but at the same exact time, the CFP might not get your money, but they're still going to get a lot of money. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Is Delaware football going to beat Louisiana or not in the bowl game? I haven't seen much of either one of them, if I'm being honest. Like I said, Delaware, I just don't really get games in Delaware. I don't think I've seen Louisiana this year either. Honest toss-up, I'd probably go Louisiana just because I have more familiarity with them than I do Delaware. But some of the smaller teams I have not watched that much of either because I don't get the games or like if Delaware comes on, it's usually like on like sometimes like on a Thursday or a Friday or something like that that I'm doing. I'm either streaming or something like that. So I don't have time to watch Delaware. The only thing I remember about Delaware is Akeem Hicks, longtime Bear. He played for the Delaware, and then Nasir Adderley. I like Nasir Adderley coming out of Delaware, and then he didn't do all that well in the NFL, but he still did decently. There's only two players I can name from Delaware. Louisiana, I could tell you a lot about Louisiana because Billy Napier was from there. Game's about to start. Trying to see who gets the ball to start the game. I just know they're talking Patrick Holmes right now. Ooh, that's good. There's D'Amico and Andy. I will say this. Next week is going to be super important for whoever's going to get the first and second seed. Because, like, Denver has got to play the Packers, and New England's got to play the Bills. So, I'm pretty sure that's right. Is that next week? So, like, those two games, I feel pretty confident is going to determine who's going to be first and second seed. Because if both of them end up with the same exact record, like the Patriots and the Broncos are going to get the first seed. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. Let's see here. What you got for me there, Parker? Parker, is Boise State football going to beat Washington Huskies or not? That's kind of hard. Washington's an interesting team. Fish, I like Fish, the head coach. Um, you know what? Sure, I'll go Boise State. I think it's gonna be. Like I said, I kind of like Washington. I just know a lot of times they don't really show up, and also it'd be interesting to see where Fish goes next year. I think Fish leaves Washington next year for a bigger program. No offense to Washington, but I mean you know who you are if you're Washington, unfortunately. um, Shoot, sorry about that. So I'll go Boise State. Like I said, I don't. Ooh, there we go. I'm coughing a lot. Goodness gracious. All right, kickoff's underway. We return to the 5, up to the 10, to the 15, up to the 20, and up to the 25, 30. Smith spun around. Good Lord. But a little helicopter spin going up to about the 27, 28-yard line. Hello there, Luke. How you doing? I hate the Chiefs. All my homies hate the Chiefs. Yes, they do. Obviously, you have no other ties to any other teams playing, right there, Luke? I think, like I said, I'm anxious to see how this Texas defense does against the Chiefs. So, starting from the 32, 33-yard line, Patrick Mahomes is going to be shotgun formation with Pacheco to his left. Going to send a Worthy into motion back out to the left. And going to be a handoff to Pacheco, who's going to get middle of that defense, but only gets about 3 yards there. Second down, 7. Someone's on the ground. Are they up? I don't know. It's like a wide receiver that was down for some reason. All right. I do think it's going to be a good game. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game. For fantasy purposes, I just need Kymie Fairbairn to not have more than 2.5. I know that is asking a lot. Yes, there is somebody who's down. Who is it that's down? It's a lineman that's down. Wayne Morris? Oh, come on. They just lost Josh Simmons. So Wayne Morris is the on the first play, no less. Parker, is Washington State football going to beat Utah State or not? Washington State, I have not been impressed with them at all. I haven't seen Utah State, but I've not been impressed with Washington State, so I'll go with Utah State. But I haven't been impressed. And Washington State also lost their coach, and he's going to. Is he the one who going to North Texas, or I can't remember where he's going. The head coach of Washington State is going somewhere else. Uh, he's either going to North Texas or Tulane. I can't remember. He's going to one of the places that either Morris or Summerall left to. So we're going to go to commercial break. Nope, actually no. They're helping him off. Okay, so they're helping Wayne Morris off. Third-year tackle at Oklahoma. I believe it's his third year. Yeah, because the Salvania is second year. So yeah, Wayne Morris like third year. So on the first play, got to help out their left tackle. So now they have in who is that? Pole? I don't know who their left tackle is. No idea. All right, well, Neil Hunter better feast. Shotgun formation, second down 7. Running back to his left. Mahomes drops back to pass, and it's going to be a draw to Pacheco, who's going to get about 2 yards there. Third down and 5. Yeah, like I said, this is a very dangerous edge group for Houston Texans. Obviously, against backup, well, not really backup tight end tackles, got Juwan Taylor, but especially on the left side, now you have Wayne Morris also out. So it'll be interesting to see how Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. does against this tackle group. 14 minutes left to go in the first quarter, third down and 4, but like a long, 4.5. Going to send Worthy in motion over to the right, drops back to pass, and throws. That's going to be dropped. And that is Gray, the tight end, with the drop. So fourth down and 4, got to punt this ball away. California Golden Bears football going to beat Hawaii or not in the bowl game. I really like Cal's quarterback, the freshman. So I haven't really watched that much Hawaii, if I'm be honest. But I have watched some of Cal, so I'll go with Cal, just because like I've seen them play, and also they're coming off a good win against SMU. Punt is underway, and it's going to be fair caught at about the 18-yard line. No, sorry, not 18-yard line, 13-yard line. So first down 10, 13:44 left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if C.J. Stroud is able to connect with Nico Collins. I need Nico Collins to have a pretty good day. All right, so first down 10. Taking a long time in this huddle. Good Lord. All right, here we go. Going to be under center. Woody Marks in the backfield. Sent Jane Higgins in a motion over to the right. Going to be a handoff, and he's going to try the middle of the field up to about the 19-yard line. Nope, actually 18-yard line. But great gain there, 5 yards. Second down 5. Showing C.J. Stroud right now. It's not the best with 11 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, but he did miss 3 weeks. It is good that he's come back from his concussion. Like I said, they did rest him, trying to make sure he's come back healthy. Because Luke, you could back me up on this one. Was CJ? Did CJ have another concussion last year? I can't remember if he had a concussion last year or not. But anyway, second down 4 actually from the 21-yard line. Going to be another handoff. That's going to be Woody Marks. He's going to try the middle. He's going to just short. Third down and 1 from the 22-yard line. 12:55 to go in the first quarter. So far, just back-to-back runs. I mean, you get back 4 yards per pop. It's pretty good. It is interesting to see if Woody Marks can take on that RB1 role, because he's been able to do that like the last couple of weeks. Right now they're showing Nick Caley, who Luke can say how much he loves Nick Caley. Anyways, 12:30 left to go in the first quarter. Third down and 1. I formation. Going to send Higgins in motion up to the right. Going to be a handoff, and that's going to be another first down. Only gained about 2 yards, but still got the first down. Woody Marks is kind of getting slow to get up, though. I mean, he got slammed, so that's fair. Parker, is Northwestern Wildcats football going to beat Central Michigan or not? It'd be more of an upset, but I could go with Western Michigan. They got a decent run game. I watched the MAC championship game, Got decent. I watched MAC championship game and also Michigan game for them. They're fine. Like I said, it's two small teams, but they might be good. First down, technically thrown. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be to Christian Kirk up to the 30-yard line. So it's going to be third down. Sorry, second down and about 4 for the Texans. You would love to see them use Noel a lot more. Obviously, like I said, a rookie, but I mean, I guess you go with a more veteran guy. Hopefully next year they utilize him a lot more. So second down 4, 11:07 left to go in the first quarter. I formation. Going to be a fake toss, rolls out to his right, avoids the sack, and is going to try to pick up like maybe a yard or two. Not much for C.J. Stroud. Third down. Hello there, Emmanuel. What's up, y'all? Falcons fall in the 8th straight losing season. They continue to embarrass me. I'm embarrassed to be a fan of the pathetic team. Well, you kept it close early. Not much, but it's there. Hey, defensive holding by Nick Bolton. First down. Ooh, excuse me. See, who is he holding? Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah, right there. Right there, more so holding. Yep, for sure. For sure. It was a sack. Who cares? But that wasn't a hold. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it was more of a hold. He's got his hands on it, but it's not really a hold, so that's what I don't know. But from the 35-yard line, first down 10. Now it's a sack. A sack of 2 yards there. That's going to be either. There is also a flag, probably a hold in the offense, so didn't really matter. Yeah, holding on the offense. There you go. Glad the Chiefs and the refs starting early. Oh, you really are behind. I'm really behind? Daggum. All right, let's see here. Let me exit out and then go back into it. Hopefully I'm not that far behind. I'm on Peacock. It's 9:18 left to go in the first quarter, and I guess they're going to TV timeout. Yeah, okay, so I missed a whole lot. All right. Well, now I think I'm caught up because it's like skipped up way ahead. Because then it was talking about he got it to like the 25-yard line worthy. All right. Where was it at? Oh yeah, Parker. Is Minnesota going to go first? Going to beat New Mexico? PJ Fleck, the head coach from Minnesota. Haven't seen either one of them play, if I'm being honest. But I'll just go with Minnesota. Wait, have I seen Minnesota play this year? I don't think I have. I thought maybe I did, but no. But I'll go with PJ Fleck. Please refrain from talking about the Falcons. I'm tired of wasting my breath and keystrokes on them. Okay, Emmanuel. I won't say much. And I won't ask for any favors from that particular team anymore because the Saints fulfilled what I needed. I didn't think they had it in them, but the Saints, they made this Panthers fan proud. Now, don't do it to us next week, but thank you for being the Bucks because it makes the Panthers road a lot easier. Because before, the way the Bucks looked was just like, okay, they have an easy schedule. They got the Dolphins, they got the Saints, they got the Falcons. Sorry, I said it again. And then they had us twice, and we had to go against the Seattle Seahawks. So it was like, okay, so we got to win out to win the division, which is going to suck, or hope they lose one, and then they end up losing one. So hey, you know what? Thank you so much, Saints. Thank you, Tyler Shug, for doing what you had to do, and that is finding some way, somehow. I still don't know how he was skipping that. I think it was that third down, like escaping out all the way around and rushing for a touchdown. I don't know how he did it, but good on the Saints. You still got some hope. Oh, Parker, is Louisville football going to beat Toledo or not in the bowl game? See, Louisville is just so beaten up. Like, I like Louisville, they're just really beaten up. So I'll go a little because I feel more confident with them, especially like I feel more confident in their team. So from the 25-yard line, first down 10, going to send Travis Kelsey into motion. Drops back a pass, throws a quick little pass to Worthy up to 30, to 35, and out of bounds about 36-yard line. A gain of 11, first down 10, not 11, never forget. Left to go in the first quarter. They're showing a walk-off William Morris to the to the cart. It says looks like his left leg. All right, so don't know who this person is. Making his NFL debut. All right, so first down 10 by the 35-yard line. Give me another screen pass to Rashid Rice up to the 40. That's gain of 5 yards there. Second down 5. Parker, is UConn Huskies football going to be Army or not? No, we stand with the troops. Army, all the way. Stand with the troops. Also, UConn, they've been better than been in the past, that's for sure. But still, we're going to go with the military. From the 40-yard line, second down and 5. Shotgun formation with Pacheco to his left. Going to say Worthy in motion over to the right. Now motion back over to the left. And going to be a handoff to Pacheco, who's going to get nothing. Well, maybe a yard. Depends on where they spot him. But great job there by, I think it was Tonga with the tackle. Third down, about 4 or 5. 7:57 left to go in the first quarter. Yep, 3rd and 4. Mahomes, empty set, draws back a pass, throws, bad at the line, and then Mahomes catches it again. But, however, it's going to be a tackle for loss over at the 30-yard line. That is Will Anderson going to be with the tackle for loss. Doesn't get a sack, but does get a tackle for loss. Good for him. So it'll be 4th down and 10. Got to punt this ball away with 7:15 left to go in the first quarter. Manuel, I will say, if we some way fire coaches tomorrow, which I don't see happening, I don't see that happening either. Like I said, at this point, they're probably going to let them just like coach the rest of the season. You can all the things you please. Oh, you can say the most horrid insults about them, and I would be happy as a pig in mud. That's an interesting analogy. From the 20, 25, 30 up to about the 33-yard line, I believe it's Snowwell. Yes, it is. Like, hey, you could actually use it for more than just being a punt returner. Yeah. I want to say I don't hate the Falcons, because I definitely do. But I feel for the Falcons because we're in the same exact boat where we both have not been in the playoffs since 2017. Now, the Panthers have a good shot of making the playoffs, but we're not guaranteed anything. I'm still trying to keep my hope. I'm trying to keep my hopes, fair. Now, if we beat the Buccaneers the first game, I'm going to be super duper happy. Because then that means, we're basically one win away from winning the division. Oh, shoot. But, like I said, I am hoping for the future for the Falcons, because I don't want I never want a team to be as bad as the Bucs were for most of my fandom of the Panthers. Like, from 2010, when you had Raheem Morris as the head coach, all the way to 2019, the Bucs were perpetually just awful. And then 2019, you had a really good defense, but your offense was hampered by the fact that James was through that 30 interception year. So I never want a team in the division to be that bad again, because that just kind of sucks. It also helped when all the other teams were good. 2017, good lord, we had the Saints, who were the 2nd or 3rd seed. You had the Panthers, who were the Actually, no. The Saints were the 4th seed. We were the 5th seed, and the Falcons were the 6th seed. But anyways, because the Falcons ended up upsetting the Rams, and they had to go up against the Eagles. That's when the Eagles beat them, I believe, in the divisional. I think I'm getting that right. yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since the NFC South has been actually competitive, um, like more than two teams, and so I'm hoping that the Falcons can be the other one. Just make a good coaching hire. If you can make a good coaching hire, that's gonna be the end. I mean, like that's gonna be the beginning of hopefully y'all making some playoff runs. Um, Please play Noah more than that bum Kirk. Exactly. Like I said, like Noah at least has some explosiveness. Like you don't get that from Kirk. Kirk's reliable, sure, but like see what you have in Noah. So 6:45 look on the first quarter, first down 10 from the 33-yard line, under center. Going to send play action pass. Got time, deep ball. Holy crap, he underthrew him, but still caught by Nico Collins to the 20-yard line. First down 10. CJ, if you just threw it on the money, like just throw it in stride, would have been a touchdown. Who did he burn? Was it Connor? It's probably Connor. Connor gets burnt all the time. I can't tell. No. No, it's Trent McDuffie that got burnt. Ooh, baby. Nico Collins. You love to see it. Parker, is Cincinnati Bearcats football going to beat Navy or not in the bowl? Again, we go with the military every single time this bowl because of the military. Though they probably will lose. But we want the military to win because actually Navy has been good this year. I'll give it credit. Navy has been good this year. Horvath, I think, is the last name of the quarterback. He's actually been pretty good. So we'll go with Navy. I'm rooting for y'all for what it means. Thank you so much, there, Manuel. I appreciate it. We want the domination of the Bucks to end right now. So yeah, Luke, it was a bad throw. Because like I said, if he throws it like in stride, like Nico Collins burned him. He had to slow down. So, but he still made a good jump ball. It's just, yeah, it was an easy touchdown. Parker, is Memphis Tigers football going to beat NC State or not in the bowl game? Oh, I see. NC State's a hard one to evaluate. Is it confirmed? If it's confirmed that Memphis quarterback's playing, yeah, I'll go with Memphis. But Memphis, like I said, they don't have their head coach. Rice over for the left for Arkansas. I don't know. NC State also is like a tricky one to evaluate too. Hey, speaking of Memphis, I love Memphis. That's weird. Why did I have a Visit Memphis commercial? Talking about Memphis, all of a sudden I had a Memphis commercial. Like, hey, you should visit Memphis. I mean, I guess it makes sense because, like, Kansas City is close enough. I don't know. Anyways, I guess I'd go with NC State. Just because, like I said, they're going through a lot. Another Memphis commercial. This is like, I don't know, a lot of Memphis commercials. But you know who didn't hurt me this weekend? Them dogs. Hey, absolutely. How about them Georgia Bulldogs? Dominated Crimson Tide. Yeah, Luke was a little upset, but you know he's gonna get over it. He'll be fine. Now Georgia, like I said, that defense. I love C.J. Allen so much. I know that the Panthers aren't going to draft him because we don't really need a Mike. We need more so like a Sonny Styles kind of like off ball linebacker. I really want Sonny Styles, but we're not going to draft him in the first round. But I wish we would. Because we're definitely going to try to go for either edge rusher, if I had to guess. But C.J. Allen is so good, dude. I'm ready for him to be in the NFL. Going to be a toss. That's going to be a Woody Marks 28-15 and down by the 14-yard line. Nice job by there, but Woody Marks cut back inside. That's going to be second down and about 3 for the Texans. Parker, is Pittsburgh Panthers football going to beat ECU or not? Pittsburgh's a pretty good team. I had to go with Pittsburgh. I haven't really seen that much of East Carolina, if I'm going to be honest. But I would probably say Pittsburgh. Houston in the red zone, go Texans. Tide playing Oklahoma is tough. The rematch is going to be interesting for sure. Under center toss, that's to the left side, and it's going to be met at the line. That's going to be Nick Bolton actually going to stop for about a 2-yard loss. Third down to 5. 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0 game, but Texans are knocking on the door. I need you to score because, like I said, my fantasy, my outlook on trying to make the winning bracket is if Kiami Fairbairn does not make 2.5 points. And it's not even who I'm going up against. It's like who the other opponent is, who's I'm basically helping them get into the playoffs because I won this week, which sucks. CJ Stroud drops back a pass, throws. There is a flag, but it is a throw to Dalton Schultz. Don't know if the flag is on. Is it on the Texans? It might be a legal formation. Let's see. You got a touchdown or no? Illegal shifts. Oh, man. Illegal shift. Back him on up. Was going to be a touchdown to Dalton Schultz, but illegal shift, unfortunately. 4:53 left to go in the first quarter. Let's see here. Let's see. I thought he stopped, though. Oh, you got set for 1 full second? Okay. Third down 10, drops back a pass. And CJ Stroud rolls it to his right, getting pressure, throws and the runs, be caught, and that's going to be... Oh, it's the first down. Give it to him. Jaden Higgins, they might mark him just short. It depends on spot. 4:40 left to go in the first quarter. Did he get the first down? Like I said, he's got a big frame. It's 4th and short. Okay. Where's the motion? Yeah, like I said, I don't understand. Like I said, what the head ref said basically was that he had to stop for like 1 full second, which like, all right, I guess that wasn't 1 full second, but like I think it's a little ticky tacky. Is Oregon Ducks football going to beat JMU or not in the playoffs? Parker, obviously, probably JMU even covers. I don't think they're going to cover 21 and a half. Right now they're showing if he still made it. Yeah, he's short. Like I said, his right toe is out. He's short by about a yard. So it's still a good spot. So it's first down 10, but they're going to have to review it. It's going to be short. Oh, it's a challenge, actually. Okay, so it's a challenge by Kansas City. It's going to be 4th down and 1. Emmanuel, no marks or Collins TD, please. I'm BTAing my fantasy opponent, but for playoff purposes, I need even more belt. Gotcha. My Thunder's up 57-35. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so you're an OKC fan. Nice. I haven't officially picked a team yet in the NBA. I'm not a big basketball fan. I'm kind of like a Rockets fan because I like Jabari Smith because like I said, I'm an Auburn fan. And I got to see Jabari play. But like I'm not an official fan. But I know OKC is trying to get that back-to-back championship because they'll be the first back-to-back since oh gosh, who were the last back-to-back? Golden State, right? Golden State last back-to-back. I think so. Is Ole Miss football going to beat Tulane or not? They beat them before. I don't think that Tulane's going to bring anything that's that much different. Now, granted, it is with the new head coach, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think Ole Miss gets them. I will say this. I do think Tulane covers. I think Tulane does cover. JMU, I don't think so, but Tulane, I do think that they could make it closer than it might seem. They might score late. 4th and 1, we got a tush push, and he's going to easily get that. That's Cade Stover, and that's gets like 2 yards there. But however, there is a flag. I don't know the flag's on. 4:31 left to go in the first quarter. My Sooners may beat Bama. Ooh, Seth, you're a Sooners fan. Okay, OKC and Sooners, gotcha. I think Oklahoma, if You could just find your offense. Like you would be so like a team that could like legitimately make to the national championship game. But I just don't feel offsides by Ursary. What? How? 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 What? No, he's not. I don't see him being up. He's not. No, he's not. No, it's not. He's not over the ball. Like it's not Ursary. Daggone, I'm probably gonna lose. Okay, so 35-yard field goal to my Kaimi Fairbairn. Please miss it if you could. I'd rather you not, but you could miss it. No, he makes it. Okay, so I lost. It's all right. All right. Well, uh, uh it's 3-0 in the 4:18 left to go in the first quarter. Luke, I wouldn't say that just yet, but it's that one. I don't know why they called that one because like that one like if anything is close enough that it's like not even close to what like other teams have also done. So I don't understand what that's. Yeah, I did. I don't know about that. Parker, is Alabama football going to beat Oklahoma or not? I don't think they do. Here's my thing. Uh, Oklahoma's defense. I will say this. But the Oklahoma Alabama game in the regular season, Oklahoma very much needed those 3 turnovers. As much as I want to believe that Alabama's going to bounce back. I really do want to believe that Alabama's going to bounce back. They haven't proven it to me. And with Oklahoma, I can be certain their defense is going to show up. Can I believe in their offense? No. So it's going to be a drag them out kind of game. With it being back at Oklahoma, um, Oklahoma last second field goal. Oklahoma last second field goal. Alabama, they're both tied up. Alabama has a chance of going up by a field goal. Kicker misses it in typical Alabama fashion. Oklahoma goes down and scores a game-winning field goal. There you go. That's my prediction. I will say this, like I said, it's gonna be a good game. I'm probably gonna stream if I had to guess. I'm gonna try to stream if I can. I'm gonna. We'll see. Can I stream all those games? I'm trying to think if I can stream all those games. If I'll be able to. I might be able to stream all those games. I know I'll be able to stream the Alabama-Oklahoma game. I think that might be the only one I might be able to stream. The other, I think, yeah, because on that Sunday I'll be at my dad's house because I'll be seeing my dad for Christmas. But I will be able to stream the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Oh boy, we're in it for a long night of ref ball, huh? It does seem that way, Emmanuel, but like I said, it is still the first quarter, so we have to hold judgment. Hold judgment just yet. But it could be the case. That was not a penalty. Yeah, like I said, I just don't see it. I don't see it being egregiously offsides. If anything, it's in line, which is not like I don't know. They aren't going to call that on the Kansas City all night. Just watch. Oh, they're probably not going to. Come on, 0-0. 6 A&M football going to beat Miami Hurricanes or not? Depends on what Texas A&M. Returner by Smith, who's going to get up to about the 23-yard line. First down attempt for Kansas City. 4:09 left in the first quarter. Parker, Texas A&M and Miami is going to be a fascinating game to watch, mainly because of the fact that both these teams have a history of finding some way, somehow, to screw it up. So I don't know. It depends on what team shows up. First down to the 23-yard line, shotgun formation. Play action pass, rolls it to his right. Mahomes can just run to the 25, up to the 30, and out bounce. Gets the first down, though. First down to Kansas City. But yeah, Parker, it depends. Texas A&M's defense is legit. Offense, I have not been a big fan of Marcel Reed, even though there's been some people in the media business that have been trying to push for Heisman. I never understood that. Carson Beck also. Oh, actually, no, he did get the first down, second inches. Hands off. That's going to be easy first downs to be up to the, was that the 33? No. Something on the yard line. First down, Tim. I don't believe in Carson Beck. He always finds a way to crap his pants whenever, any kind of pressure is applied to him. So it'll be a fun matchup because these two really good defense, really good edge rushers. But I'll give it Texas A&M, them being the home team, but not by much. First down to the 37-yard line, shotgun formation. Going to be a play action pass, and he's got plenty of time. Why has he got so much time? He's going to scramble up to the 40, up to the 45, and slides. Just short of the first down once again, second down inches. All right, who is out there? Okay, so Will Anderson's out there, but why are they not getting... Okay, you're going against Juwan Taylor, Will. Like, Will... Wait, okay, he's probably getting... Oh, he's getting double-teamed. That's why. And then you got Creed Humphrey on him. That's hilarious. They double-team, then they bring Creed Humphrey over. It's like, okay, we're also going to put one of our best blockers on you. Second down and 1. Hand off to Pacheco. He's going to the midfield, down to the 49-yard line. First down tip with the Kansas City Chiefs. 2:22 left on the first. Let's see here. They're not going to call a hold. There isn't a way we can win. Luke, it's so early, man. So early. Look at Kareem Hunt's got his dreads wrapped up. Nice. That reminds me of Bo Scarborough back in the day. On the 49-yard line, going to be a hand up to Kareem Hunt, who's size of defender. Gets about 2 yards in the play. Second down, 8. Let's see here. Okay, well, how about this? Luke? We already thought about this going in, that, the Texans might lose. But it's okay. It's Kansas City. We should expect that. That's what's going to happen. You're in Kansas City. They want them to win. So you already knew it's going to be kind of hard. But you never know. Right now, I'm kind of surprised you're not getting pressure, though. All right, so second down 8, 125 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation with Kareem Hunt to his left. Gonna send Hollywood Brown in motion. Draws back to pass, and he's going to get pressure. He's going to get sacked back at the 42-yard line. Is that Tonga? Yes, it is. Number 72, Tonga with a sack. Third down and long. Why is Mahomes? What are you doing, dude? He's like, wait, he tackled me. Yeah, he tackled you. He didn't sleep. He didn't, destroy you. Yes, Tonga versus, who's the right guard there replacing with Trey Smith? That's not. Was he complaining because he thought that it should be a roughing the passer? That's real. Oh, it's Caliendo. Oh, I forgot Caliendo's on the Chiefs. All right, so third down 17, shotgun formation with Hunt to his left. Mahomes drops back to pass, and it's going to be a quick little screen pass to Rashee Rice, who gets up to about the 49-yard line, so basically where they were for. So, fourth down and 10, probably the end of the first quarter because there's 22 seconds left to go in the first. I just let this one drain on down. Right now it's 3-0. Billy Napier is a new coach for JMU football next year. Yes, it is, Parker. Billy Napier found himself a nice little head coach job. JMU, like I said, Sun Belt. So he's back in the Sun Belt. Good for him. Kind of where he specialized when he was at Louisiana. So it is the end of the first quarter. Going to go to commercial break. 3-0. Texans defense. It's going to keep you in the game pretty much. Goodness. Luke, refs going to ensure it doesn't happen. We can't win because the refs will screw us, not because we aren't good enough. Luke, I know how you are, and I love you, Luke. But sometimes you set yourself up by saying oh, we're gonna lose. So you set yourself up that if you do lose, you're like, well, I called it. If you don't lose, you're happy because obviously you didn't lose. So it's, yeah. I mean, when doesn't Mahomes whine though, Luke? He whines a whole lot. So, Emmanuel, Georgia should have been number 2. I get incentivizing conference champions, but we blew out Bama and OSU lost in the first real team they played. No diss on Indiana, love them. Here's my thought process, because I did talk about this before with Barker, that I was going to talk about it later, so I'll talk about it now. I think the reason why they didn't want to bring down OSU that much is because of the fact they still want to show, like, that it still mattered that they were 13-0, whether they were 12-0 the going to the championship game. Ohio State had won by 15 plus points in every single game they had played. Well, besides Texas, they had also, they have, I guess, like the pedigree of like being the previous champions. So, like that does play into some of the CFP's head, but like what they did show is they like you might only drop like one spot if you lose the championship game, unless you're BYU. But BYU also got blown out, and if you look at Alabama, you're like, well, why didn't they drop down enough? I think it's because Alabama's resume was better, and with BYU, it was you got blown out the same exact way, which I'll talk about that too. A lot of people who are comparing the BYU versus Alabama situation, the thing is that's a little bit different is that Alabama actually beat the team that they lost to. Like, BYU also went into Lubbock. They went to Texas Tech. They got blown out the first time. Then they go to the Big 12 championship game. They get blown out. For Bama, they went into Athens. They beat Georgia, and then the second time around, they lose to Georgia in embarrassing fashion. So it's like a little bit different, not the same. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a penalty. They ran to the punter. You idiots! It was fair call at the 10-yard line, but there is a penalty. I don't think it's roughing. I think it's just running into. Yeah. So that's still fourth down. It's like 4th and 5. But yeah, the guy to Matt Ariza. So stupid. So freaking stupid, dude. They're discussing it. Yeah, it's not a plant leg, so it's just a 5-yard penalty, but still. All right, so they just declined it because it was a decent punt in the 10-yard line. So we don't have to do a re-kick, thankfully. Oh, goodness. Parker, is LSU Tigers going to beat Houston Cougars or not? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I would say LSU can, but, like, LSU can't run the ball to save a life. Now, like I said, they are going against Houston. It'll be interesting to see Carter Wigman against LSU's defense. LSU's defense is really good, so I'll give it LSU. LSU's defense is really good. They can't run the ball to save life. Nussmeier hasn't been good, but it's still LSU, so you got to give it to them. From the 10-yard line, first down, that should be a false start. That's not a false start. Hold him a second. You call the offsides, but when there's an actual penalty like a false start, you don't call it. How? I don't understand that. At all. Texans putting disease for man of the year is hilarious, to be honest. And fans are going to hate that. Yeah. I mean, like, the Panthers put Austin Corbett, and, that makes sense. But, yeah, Aziz off the field probably better than on the field. Second down and 9. Clean pocket throws across the middle. That's to be caught. No. It's going to be picked. Oh, no. From the 25. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. Okay. All right. Never mind. Incomplete pass. It tried to get to Nico Collins, kind of behind him, and it popped up in the air. It says kind of behind him. Great coverage there. Is that Noah Williams who's in the coverage? And almost gets picked. Yes, it is Noah Williams, the rookie out of Cal. I love Noah Williams coming out. He was the one on coverage on Nico Collins there. So third down, 9, 14, 13 left to go second quarter. Still 3-0. Shotgun formation. Play clock at 4, 3, 2, 1. Drops back to pass. Throws, and that's going to be dropped. Try to get Dalton Schultz. There is a flag, though. There is a flag. Might be on the Chiefs. Hold on a second. Yep, it's on the Chiefs. So what is it? What is it? We got hold or defensive pass interference? Holding on the defense. Yes, sir. All right, so it is holding on Noah Williams. I just got done talking about you. Holding on Nico Collins. See here. Yeah. I think that's more of a stumble. I don't think that's more of a hold. Yeah. Make a call. 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 So first down 10. Gonna send Noah into motion. Gonna be hand off to Woody Marks up to the middle, up to the right side, 20 and down on the 23-yard line. Great run there by Woody Marks. Gonna be a gain about 7, second down and 3. But yeah, that was not. Oh, they're checking on McDuffie, his knee. That's not good. Is SMU football gonna beat Arizona or not? Oh, SMU for Arizona. I haven't even looked at the bowl announcements. I just knew that Notre Dame didn't want to go to a bowl because they were upset. I gotta check. I gotta think about that one. Second down 3 under center. Going to be a play action pass and Stroud going deep ball and it's going to be way overthrown to Jaden Higgins. Third down 3, 13-24 left to go second quarter. That was all right. Well, let's see, Jay. Still got that concussion? I don't know. SMU versus Arizona. I'll go with SMU. I'll go with SMU. That's a close one though for me. I'll go with SMU, but I don't feel confident with it. But I do like that matchup. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of the matchups, but I do like that matchup of SMU versus Arizona. Third down 3, shotgun formation with Woody Marks to his right. Just saw Christian Kirk go into motion up to the left. Drops back to pass. Only bringing 3. Stroud throws and be caught, and that's going to be Schultz for the first down. Gain of about a 12 over there on the play. First down 10, 13-15 left to go second quarter. Emmanuel, Walter Payton Man of the Year for off-the-field work. If they nominated him for the Larry Fitzgerald Man of the Year, then I'd be mad. Gosh, I hate Stroud. He's so bad. He's almost as bad as Ty Simpson. Luke, I would love for you to rant about Ty Simpson in the chat because we already know how much you hate him. I mean, you even hate him more than Joe Milrow, and you hated Joe Milrow, that's another thing, too. Going to be a handoff to Woody Marks, who's going to break a couple tackles and get up to about the 40-yard line, only gain 2 yards. Oh, sorry, it's Nick Chubb, my bad. The 2, the 7 and the 1 looks very similar. Like, it's kind of hard to see that, especially running back just standing up. The 1 and the 7 looks similar. So, it's going to be actually going to be a 3-yard gain. Sorry about that. Second down 7. Stroud going to be in shotgun formation. Running back to his left. Drops back and passes. They're bringing the huge blitz. Rolls it to his right. He's going to throw across his body. And caught by Nico Collins. Blocked. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Down to the 9-yard line. Nico Collins. Thank you so much. We are blessed by your presence. My nose got stuffed up. Sorry about that. Parker, is Arizona State going to beat Duke or not? Bro. I like Manny Diaz's defenses, but I'm going to go with Arizona State. That's actually a pretty good match, I'm not going to lie. Arizona State versus Duke. But I'll go to Arizona State. My sweet Prince Nico, how much I love you. I love him as well. I loved him drafting him ahead of you. That is a flag right there, baby. What in the world y'all doing? Stupid. If Stroud is so bad, can we have him? We'll give you Kyle Pitts. Oh, Emmanuel. Wait, Emmanuel, you are giving up on your sweet baby boy Penix. I can't believe it, Emmanuel. I would never say that about Bryce Young. And there have been times when I almost gave up, but I keep on that jersey. I do switch it from time to time with Derek Brown, just depends. But I have never said that about Bryce Young, though I was very close on several instances. Luke almost convinced me. Luke almost got me, but I was like, no, I still believe in Bryce, and I've been rewarded. So, going to be a play action pass. It's going to be a toss out to Woody Marks, and back to line of scrimmage. All right, well, second to go from the 12-yard line. All right. Is Utah football going to beat Nebraska? Ooh, Nebraska kind of go on a free fall. I'll go with Utah. Utah had two. Oh, we got tipped to the line. I'll go with Utah. Utah's had two tough losses. They lost to Texas Tech and BYU. I feel like they're a pretty decent team. I don't think they're as good as like they have been ranked, but I think they're a pretty decent team. So I'll go with Utah. Ooh, again, my nose keeps getting stopped up. 10-15, let's go second quarter. Still second and goal. The Falcons have done bad things to me. You don't even want to know. 3 ACL tears to 3 ACL tears, man. I got to think long term. Hey, there have been other people who have been able to get past 3 ACL tears. You know who else did? Thomas freaking Davis. Yes, he was a linebacker, but still. 3 ACL tears for him. Broken arm, dude. Broken arm and then still played in the Super Bowl. That's what's crazy. Broke his arm, still played in the Super Bowl. I hated we didn't win it for him. Anyways, bunch to the right. Shotgun formation with Woody Marks to his left. Bring in pressure, steps in the pocket. Jumps on Woody Marks. And Woody Marks, touchdown, Texans. 9:24 left to go second quarter. And that is going to be a 2-score game right now. 9-0. Woody Marks just kind of like, whoop, I'm going to go out a little bit. Whoop. 90 yards, 5:30 left to taken off the clock. And a 2-score game. Yeah, CJ Stroud got hit while he's throwing it too. He chipped him and he got it out for a pass. Nice, Woody. Pardon my youth, but who? I'm sorry, Manuel. You don't know Woody Marks, the phenom rookie sensation. Kick is up. Kick is good. Like I said, I already lost. Luke, unfortunately, I'm not going to be in the winning bracket. That sucks, dude. I had such a good team too. I was one win away from making it to the winning bracket, and I would have had a good shot too because I had a good team. Now I just have to win the losing bracket. Sucks. Almost had. I had like a 3% chance last week to make the playoffs, and everything was going right for me. All I needed was Reese to beat Kit, and that didn't happen. Instead, I helped Kit make the playoffs. You're welcome, Kit. If Kit comes in chat, I can thank him personally. It's okay. That's all right. Okay. Parker, is Tennessee Vols going to beat Illinois or not? Ew. Is Tennessee going to beat? You know what? I'll give it to Tennessee. I like Tennessee's offense. Obviously not as good as it has been in years past, but like I said, Joey's been doing decent. The defense, I think, against Illinois. Illinois got that, what's the name? You got to look a long last name, like something Meyer or something like that. He's not too bad either. I think it's a good game, but I'll go with the SEC brethren in Tennessee. I'm not Alabama. I can still root for Tennessee. Stand up now and face the sun. There is no sun. I'm sorry. They're Luke. The linebacker you said, the guy with 3 ACL tears. Oh, that's right. You were not a fan. Okay, Thomas Davis. Sorry. So you're a fan of UGA. Thomas Davis was back in the day was a safety for Georgia. when I was very young, like I said, he graduated in 2005. Like I said, I didn't initially like Thomas Davis, but he's a safety for Georgia who converted to linebacker for the Panthers, and then for back years would like tear his ACL in the same exact leg, like the same exact leg would tear his ACL, came back, and after the third one, they said that he should not come back. He should medically retire. But he came back. That's with Luke being there as well, because that was the year following that we got Luke because Thomas Davis and John Beeson both of them tore their ACLs. Both our linebackers tore their ACLs. But Thomas Davis comes back after his third one with Luke getting drafted, and then goes on to have 3 straight Pro Bowl seasons. Like, didn't have a Pro Bowl before then. After 3 ACL tears, 3 straight Pro Bowl seasons from 2013 to 2015. And that I can't remember. I don't think he had one in 2017. I think he was close to getting a Pro Bowl in 2017, but he didn't get it. But still, like I said, he played for a long time for the Panthers. Then he had like one season. No, he had 1 season in the Chargers, and I think 1 season at the Commanders. Anyway, sorry. First down, turn the 35-yard line to a nice return. Going to be a draw to Pacheco. He's going to try the middle field, gets like maybe a yard. Second down, 9. Daniel Hunter was like kind of wrapping around Sabana's arm. Don't know what that is about. But yeah, that's who I was talking about. Sorry there, man, you forgot. Is TCU football going to beat USC or not? I would probably say USC. I like their quarterback. He's coming back. Interesting to see. So I go USC. Second down 9, 8:45 to go in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Going to send Pacheco into motion. Throw across the middle, pops up in the air, and picked off. And that is none other than, is that who I think? Who is it? Who do I think it is? Yes, it's Petrie. Jalen Petrie has come back, and he's got a pass of a pick. So turnover for the Texans, up 10-0, 8:34 left to go second quarter, and let's see what CJ Stroud can do. Jalen Petrie matched up on Juju Smith-Schuster, popped up in the air, and he picked it off. Well, I don't know if it moves. I don't know. It's close. I don't. Like I said, I agree. I don't see a lot of movement. I say it's a. I say it's a. I say it's a pick. I say it's a pick. I want it to be a pick. Well, kind of don't because I got Mahomes as my fantasy quarterback, but I almost say it's a pick. Yeah, I agree, Luke. I think that's a catch. Yeah. All right, so it's confirmed. First down 10 from the 43-yard line, under center. Gonna be a play action pass, and Stetson Pocket going to dump it off to Schultz up to the 45, down by the 47-yard line. So nice gain there, about 5 yards. Second down 5. I like this Texans defense. They're giving me a lot of fantasy points. Yes, Emmanuel, yes, they do. They are tops in the NFL. Parker, is Clemson Tigers going to beat the Penn State or not? Oh. Wait, so Clemson's playing Penn State? That's hilarious. 2 teams that are supposed to make the playoffs are playing in probably the toilet bowl. They're both like 6-6. Well, maybe Clemson's like 7-5 still. That's kind of hilarious. Clemson. Second down 6, under center. Going to be another flash pass, rollout, PA boot. Going to be a throw. Going to be to Noel. Hey, gains by 5 yards there. Third down and 1. What's up there, Zoe? How you doing? Hey, Broncos won. Let's freaking go. It wasn't 10-7 against the Raiders, thankfully. Good Lord, that was a horrible game to watch, but you actually beat them pretty good. The final score is not really what happened. You kind of handled them. How goes this game? It is 10-0. The Texans just got a pick off of Mahomes. Jalen Petrie with a pick. It's third down and 1, 7:15 left to go in the the second quarter. From the 48-yard line of the Chiefs, under center with Woody Marks in the backfield, going to be actually a QB sneak. Hey, there you go, C.J. Stroud. Gets up about 2 yards there. First down tip for the Texans. Oh, yes, right. Parker, I said Clemson. I would say Clemson. I don't know. I guess I trust Dabo more than I do. What's his face, the interim head coach? Because I don't think that Matt Campbell would coach just yet. But like I said, I also love that pick for Penn State. I did not think they were going to get him. I just thought they were going to botch their head coaching search, and they got Matt Campbell, who I love. So I was like, hey, I like that hire. Hopefully it works out for him. First down take will be a toss to Woody Marks off to the right side. He's going to come back inside and gets about 4 yards on the play. Second down 6. The Chiefs have scored 0. Love to hear it. Yes, Zoe. We are hoping, like I said, with this, if the Chiefs lose tonight, I don't know what the playoff chances technically are, but it's very slim. Let's just put it that because you still got to play the Broncos, you still got to play the Chiefs, still got to play the Chargers. Who else they got to play? They got to play somebody else too. No, I think the other ones are kind of cakewalky. Second down 6. I was back foot. It wasn't really open. Trying to get a Woody Marks, but anyways, third down 6. 5:43 left to go in the second quarter. Thanks, Ryan. I'm very happy about the Broncos win. Yeah, like I said, hey, you should be happy. Like I said, next week is going to be so important for both the Patriots and the Broncos because if I remember correctly, it's Bills, Patriots, and it's the GPS Bowl, Broncos versus the Packers, and the Broncos have a harder schedule to finish off the season compared to the Patriots, trying to get that first seed, try to get that bye. So it'll be interesting to see. Draws back to pass and throws, and that's going to be bad at the line, unfortunately. Try to get Dalton Schultz, and that's going to be 4th and 6 from the 43-yard line. I think they're going to go for it. I don't know if they're going to try to let Kyle Fairbairn kick this long of a field goal. Well, hold a second, maybe. They say he was kicking from 60 in the warm-up, so this would be from 60 right here. From the 43, yes, this would be a 60-yarder. Let's see if he gets it. No, it's probably going to get away. Okay. All right. Try to pin him deep. And great job. Down about the 3-yard line. Great job at Texans. 5:31 left to go in the second quarter. Still 10-0, and the Texans pin him deep. Yeah, great job at Texans. All right, so we're going to commercial break. So far, Texas defense kind of dominated. Offense kind of got screwed over by a bad call, but so you're still up by 10-0, so you're up by 2 scores, still good. You're actually able to move the ball a little bit because this Chiefs defense has not been opportunistic as it was last year. I am, like I said, I picked the Chiefs to win because I felt like they would be way desperate enough to try to win this game because it's pretty much do or die. Because I think in the AFC you can make. Like I said, I think you can make the wild card 10-7, but it ain't guaranteed. If my memory serves me correct, I don't think the Bills finish 10-7. I think that's will be ludicrous if they do somehow. So you got the Bills, you're pretty much guaranteed to be one of the wild cards. Then between the Texans and the Jaguars, who's going to be the wild card of the AFC South? If the Texans win, they have a good shot of. If the Texans win, they have a good shot of winning the division because I think they can win out. Jaguars still have to play against the Broncos, and I think the Broncos are a pretty good team to try to go against the Jaguars. So the Texans will be big fans of the Broncos. So if the Texans wins this game, They can win out because they have the Browns and they have who's the other team? The other easy team you have? Cardinals. You got the Cardinals and the Browns, and then you have Chargers. You match up really well with, and then you have the Colts who just lost their starting quarterback. So like you have an easier path. Jaguars, they have an easier path as well. They have the Titans. Um, they have some other easy team too. I think they have the Jets too. They got the Colts. They got the Broncos, like I said. So if you're the Texans, you're hoping that the Broncos be the Jaguars and you can win out. Then you win the division outright. So like I said, anyways, either way, Texans or Jaguars. And then, like I said, the last spot is like up for grabs. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're not guaranteed. Gonna be a handoff, and he gets nowhere. Tries to go up the middle, and I think it's Tonga with the tackle. Is it Tonga? No, it's is that Settle? I can't tell. I couldn't tell who number that was. Second down 10. Zoe, I'm so excited for Packers for Bronco. Bronco for Packers. I think it'll be a good game. I do too. That's happening. I'll probably try. I'm probably going to try to stream it. Goodness gracious. Second down 9 from the 4-yard line. Shotgun formation. Running back to his left. Going to send Eric Gray in motion. Draws back a pass, and Mahomes throws. It's going to be caught. It's going to be a first down about the 15, 16-yard line, and that is none other than Tyquan Thornton. Emmanuel. I feel for Dobie. I do feel for Dobie as well. I don't like the Packers winning. Their fans get annoying really quick, especially the ones on Instagram. I'm glad I do not have social media outside of YouTube. My goodness, are they chirpy on there. Well, I'll say after this play. 4:15 left to go second quarter. First down to shotgun formation with running back Kareem Hunt to his right. Play action pass. Mahomes throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get it to Travis Kelce. Second down 10. I can understand why some Packers fans are chirpy because last year you only won one. You only won one playoff. Well, no, I won one playoff. You only won one division game. You broke your streak against the Bears, and I'm sure that a lot of Bears fans were very chirpy in the offseason that the whole, when Ryan Poles was hired, was like the Bears were going to take the North. And I'm sure that after last week, when the Bears were number one, that some of them were kind of chirpy. So I can understand in some sense. What do you do? Oh, okay. Well, it was supposed to be a screen pass, but Mahomes just kind of ran there, so it got about 6 yards there from 21-yard line. That's kind of weird. Third down. But I can understand why some some Packers fans might be a little chirpy if they have indeed had to endure some other chirpiness from their rivals. Because they had that also with the Lions, where the Lions just wait till Thanksgiving and then they got beat by the Packers. So I can understand it somewhat, but then again, I'm a fan of the Panthers. We don't really have a lot to say. From the 21-yard line, third down and 5. Shotgun formation with Hunt to his left. Drops back a pass. And sets in the pocket. Is going to almost get sacked. Oh my gosh. It's going to be it. They say it's a catch, but it doesn't matter. It's probably a face mask. You're so stupid. Who was that got a face mask? It was a defensive tackle. Who was it? I couldn't tell who it was. I don't know if it was Tonga. Just dumb. Parker, is Wake Forest football going to beat Mississippi State? Wait, Mississippi State accepted a bowl bid? Oh, nice for Mississippi State. I was Mario Edwards with the face mask. Personal foul, face mask, yeah. Dadgum. All right, well, there you go. He didn't even get a face mask. He got, right, he got a pink, technically he did. He got a ring finger. Technically, Luke. It wasn't a lot, but it's enough. It's enough, they're going to call it. It's not egregious, but it's enough. I'll go to old Mississippi State. I didn't know Mississippi State accepted a bowl game. I know Auburn didn't. Auburn was like, we're 5-7, we're good. From the 41-yard line, draws back to pass, and is going to throw. That's going to be caught up to the 40-yard line. And that's Xavier Worthy. First down, 10, 3:04 left to go in the second quarter. Kansas City's moving the ball. But yeah, like I said, it technically is a face mask. I don't like when it's just like very tiny, but it technically did cup in. All right, so first down, 10 for about the 30, was it 37? Yeah, 37-yard line. Gonna say Worthy in motion up to the right, Kareem Hunt to his right, and shotgun formation. Going to be a draw, and that's going to be up to about the 35-yard line, 35, 34. Getting about 2 yards there. Second down, 8. Might take a 2-minute warning here. Do I like Wake Forest football? I don't mind Wake Forest. I did watch. What game did I watch with Robbie Ashford coming in? I can't remember which game that I watched for Wake Forest. Their defense is pretty decent. I'll give it that. Wake Forest defense is pretty decent. I haven't really watched them since that game, and I can't remember what game it was that I watched for. Is this a new Knives Out movie? I'm sorry, I get. Yeah, somebody killed the priest. Who killed the priest? Somebody killed the priest. Gotta find that out. Benoit Blanc. Wake up, dead man. Okay. All right. So there's a new one coming out. All right. Sorry. Anyway, I got distracted. I don't hate Wake Forest. I like their defense. Robbie Ashford not gives me trauma, but like when Robbie Ashford was at Auburn, I was a student at Auburn, and I had classes with the guy who worked with the quarterbacks. He was a student assistant that worked with the quarterbacks. And what he told me was Robbie Ashford is by far one of the strangest person he's ever met because he would always talk about himself and talk to himself in the third person. And like to a degree, like sometimes we talk to ourselves is fine. But like he was like, and I when I said like, oh, that's not that bad. He was like, no, like it's like kind of weird. It's like, Robbie, you miss it. Robbie, you miss it. Robbie, you're awful. Robbie, and like, he was like always talk to himself in like third person. It wouldn't be like a one-time thing; it'd be an all the time thing. And he was like, it was very weird. He was like, also Robbie couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I'm like, you're not wrong there. He's not accurate. Because dude, I've talked about this multiple times. Luke also knows. Like I said, both of us like at Auburn. Auburn student section is toxic, but calling for Robbie Ashford and calling for T.J. Finley, especially when Bo Nix was playing, and then when T.J. Finley was playing, for asking for Robbie, neither option was good. But like a lot of the Auburn students were like, "Oh, Robbie's good because he can run, he can't throw." Like he was so bad. I honestly, thinking back on it, as much as I love the fact that Auburn basketball was good when I was at Auburn, the fact that Auburn football is by far the worst that has been since my dad was there when there was the Barfield years. Yeah, that obviously sucked. Going to be second down 7, and caught by Tyquan Thornton near the first down marker. Depends on the spot. They're going to call us first down. So gain of 7 yards there. 151 left by second quarter. First down 10. But yeah, that was. Emmanuel, I get normal rivalry, but I'm talking a random Bears vid about something like the Bears defense. No mention of the Packers. The comments, the Bears still suck. Oh, okay. Where they're going out of their way. That makes sense. That makes sense what you're talking about. Petty is petty, man. You got a lot of petty people, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. I get like, the troll in some sense, but like there's also some people who are just dumb trollers. Like there was that one person. I was on the Panthers video I made. I'll talk about in a second. First down 10 for the 27-yard line, shotgun formation with Smith to his right. Throws that's going to be dropped by Eric Gray. Ah, man, drop by Eric Gray. It would have been lit up by here Toto, but still, second down 10. There was that one person who commented on my Panthers video, like the quarter season Panthers video that I made, and it was like, dude is just like talking about like getting so upset about football, and I'm like, well, I mean, I'm a fan of the game. I'm not like stressing about it, but like I'm talking about it. That's what this video is about, and it was like couldn't be me, and I'm like, so then why'd you comment on the video? Going to be a draw by Kareem Hunt up to the 25, down by the 22-yard line. Gain about 5 yards there, so third down and 5, 141 left to go second quarter. Like I was like genuinely asking, and then he started getting like actually mad, and I'm like, all right, dude, it's like it's not that serious, but you taking it very seriously because apparently you don't like when men are obsessed with football. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. There has been a lot of weird comments like I've had to like interact with. Cause I normally will comment something with another person comment, but that one I found just hilarious because like I don't know, he gave me the vibe of the person who's like, I would never. Oh, sacked by the Texans, by the way. I would never wear a jersey having like another man's name on my back. I'm like, who are you? Like, I don't know. I found people like that hilarious because they're either acting way more manly or trying to like put that like kind of vibe out there, or like they're just getting mad about the wrong things. I just find it funny because like I don't know, they're about to kick a field goal here, try to make it a one-score game. So I'll talk about it more after this field goal attempt. But great coverage there by Lassiter on Kelsey. Let's see if the old Harrison Butker can make it. Harrison Butker, formerly drafted by the Panthers in 2017. I'll never forget it. 7th round pick. Kick is up. Kick is. Oh, missed it. He hit the crossbar. Upright. Sorry. Hilarious. 1 minute left to go, second quarter, and it's still a 0 for the Texans. No, sorry, for the Chiefs. I'm so stupid. My bad. 10-0 for the Texans with 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. They have 2 timeouts. But yeah, I don't know. I find it funny when, because I've had friends who said it too. When people say, I would never wear a jersey, that's like another man's name on your back, like they own you. And I'm like, what? Okay. Do you wear any kind of t-shirts at all of any kind of bands or any kind of movie or any kind of anything? Does that mean that they own you? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I don't know. It just, I think it's funny when people get so upset about stuff that there's no reason to get upset about. Because it's like, you can get upset about other stuff, but don't get upset about that. Don't waste your energy on that. That's what Butker gets for being a misogynist. There you go, Luke. Exactly. We did dodge a bullet with that one. Well, technically, hey, when you really think about it, we drafted Harrison Butker when we still had Jerry Richardson as an owner, so it makes sense. Misogynist, one misogynist. I'm glad we got rid of the Jerry Richardson statue after he died. That is one thing David Tepper did right. David Tepper did that one right. He's like, we're getting that out of here. David Tepper's also done good this year. I'll give David Tepper credit. I'll give credit where credit's due. He listened to the fan base when we said, hey, Denver, take a step back. Step back. And he did. He did this year. He's letting Dan Morgan do what he needs to be doing. We haven't heard that much from him. We haven't heard him try to go to like a bar and try to take up a person's hat because he's wearing an Eagles hat. That's still the fact that was circulating during drafts, during the whole entire draft. That was embarrassing. the drink throw. I don't remember what he claimed. He claimed that the Jacksonville fans said something like racist about Jews, I think, or something. I don't remember. He said that the Jacksonville Jaguars fan says something that warranted a drink throw. I don't really care. Like, it's still, like, a bad optic because regardless of what he said to you, you are still seen as a rich person. So you're not going to get the sympathy for that. So, hey, Taylor Swift is in the audience. That's crazy. Didn't know she would be here. From the 33-yard line, first down 10, going to be a throw. Nico. Why you drop? They're going to call a flag on Nico? Let's see here. What? No. Hold up a second. Watson got in his way. How is that his fault? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's like calling a charge. It's like that's literally what he just said. That's like him calling a charge. Like, that's not fair. All right, well, second down 20. We'll have to deal with it. Shotgun formation. Draws back a pass. Throws. Dropped. Are we going to get a flag there? No. Not getting a flag for holding. There. All right. Is Vanderbilt going to beat Iowa? Oh, for sure. Iowa's got amazing defense. Not going to lie. Vandy's got a decent defense, especially against Iowa's awful offense. But Diego Pavi's last game, yeah, I'm sure he's going to go all out. So, second down 20, drops back a pass. And C.J. Stroud throws, be caught as Dalton Schultz up to about the 27-yard line. Third down, about 15. 48 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Third and 16. They're just showing the Chiefs right now. Downtrodden. Poor Chiefs. Sucks to be you. Third and 16. Sucks to have a worse record than the Panthers, am I right? I hated that. Third down 16. Shotgun formation. Going to send Jaden Higgins in motion to the left. Draws back to pass, and is going to step in the pocket. He's going to avoid the sack, throws, and that's been caught, and that's going to be up to the 45-yard line. None other than, you guessed it, Nico Collins for his fourth catch. 35 seconds, only one timeout. 33, 32, 31. Clock continues to run. Hurry. So we got shotgun formation with Woodmarks to his left. Going to send Noah in motion over to the right. 24, 23, 22. We're taking false start. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Just be smart. Be smart, dude. What are we doing? That's a 10-second runoff, too. Guess you can call your timeout, but I don't know. False start on the offense. Ursery, I love you, Ursery, but you can't be doing this to me, man. I know you're scared of Chris Jones, but they got to take the third final timeout. Is Michigan football going to beat Texas? No. It depends on how many Texas players are opting out. But, nah. Texas is better than Michigan. For sure. All right. I don't want to live in a world where my sweet baby boy Diego isn't playing football. He makes it to, the Birmingham Stallions. Wherever Diego goes in the UFL is going to be amazing for him. C.J. Stroud gets sacked by Chris Jones. 18, 17, 16. Come on. 6, 5. This last play. C.J. Stroud avoids a sack. And it's going to roll out. Throws in below the belt for Woody Marks. Halftime. All right. Well, that's fine. 10-0, but the Texans do receive second half kickoff because they kicked it off to Kansas City. But like I said, Diego is going to have a long career in a hater. Like I think that's another thing too. Like a lot of people are saying, like, "Oh, you're being a hater," and it's like, no, like we've seen this before with Johnny Manziel. We've seen it before with other quarterbacks. He he might he might have like a Mike White kind of like esque 2 game stretch, like a Lynn Sandy run, but like as far as like long term, I don't see any team seeing Diego Pavia as like an actual long term kind of thing. But as a UFL player, as someone you can market, if you're the UFL, you want Diego Pavia. One, because it's going to bring a lot more eyes to your league, but two, like if you're Birmingham and you're already having a little bit of a struggle of trying to keep your team there because like the show up for the Birmingham Stallions game, though it's actually better than UAB's is because UAB's a whole other problem. But if you're Diego Pavia and you're in Birmingham, you're close enough to Nashville, where you made your mark. You're in Birmingham. You're in Alabama, where Alabama doesn't have a pro team. With a semi-pro team, you have like all the eyes. Everybody knows Diego Pavia, and they can grow to like you because, like I said, a lot of people in Alabama don't like Diego Pavia for obvious reasons at Auburn and Alabama. But yeah, can Diego beat Gardner Minshew? That's fair. Like I said, Gardner had that kind of run with the Colts. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. So like maybe, but at the same time, it's not going to be like he's going to blow out. It's going to be like a Lynn Sandy run maybe, and then it'll be better suited for him to go to UFL. But yeah. Parker, is Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets going to beat BYU or not? Oh. That's kind of a hard one, actually. Uh, that is a decent matchup with BYU and Georgia Tech. I'm gonna have to see when that game is. Nah, I'll be on vacation when that game's played, more than likely. Uh, I would. I'll go with Georgia Tech. I love Georgia Tech. Man, I wanted them to do good this year. They got us screwed up at the tail end. Man, Georgia Tech was so close. But I'll go with Georgia Tech. Hello, hello. Hey, Grossi Raid. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Yes, I'm a Panthers fan. I'm also an Auburn fan, so you can tell that I am also dealing with a lot because Auburn's been bad. But hey, thank you so much for joining. I do have a new video out trying to fix the college football playoff. I normally have other videos out, but unfortunately, I'm also busy because I'm also a teacher. I am a middle school teacher, so I don't have enough time to middle school history teacher as well. Tom Grossi, you rated me before. Thank you so much for joining. And like I said, you actually were, like I said, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Chiefs. Bears versus Panthers was the first one you rated me, and then you also rated me when Luke and I actually were streaming. So thank you so much for joining. Hey, everybody. If you want to join, like I said, Texans versus Chiefs has been a very interesting game. Yes, history, absolutely. Just like Tom. Yeah, I say Tom actually was one of the 3 reasons why I started this channel. Loved the 30 for 30 series. Seeing how much that impacted other people's lives also impacted my life as well, as far as like giving me that motivation to see what it meant to really do this, like do YouTube. Thanks so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Like I said, I want to make some more videos. I'll definitely be able to make more videos during Christmas break when I have a lot more time. Get caught up on some of the other stuff. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. There goes Davis. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Bringing back some memories for sure with the kick 6. Dude. The fact that Like I said, most people know the kick six. That's yeah, dude. The last time Auburn was in the national championship game, we were close in 2017. Close in 2017. But yeah, thanks so much for joining. Thank you so much, so much. Yes, it was to see a Grossi raid from the side of it. Yes, exactly, Zoe. So I think Zoe, weren't you from a Grossi raid one of the times? I know like some of the other ones that I've had. I think Dobie was from one. Emmanuel, weren't you from a Grossi raid as well? I can't remember. I know. I mean, Grossi. Hey, I'm so thankful for the Grossi raid because, like I said, that helps. That helps some so much. I remember the first time that I got raided. I was talking about the Bears Panthers game. That was a Thursday night football game. My first year doing YouTube, and I seriously considered not continuing with YouTube because I don't know, like the only people who are watching are like my friends. I don't really know how to like really market myself, so I was almost done, and I almost didn't want to stream that game, and I did. And I remember when he rated, I was very emotional too because I was like, holy crap, I got people actually watching, and so that's the reason why like I love Tom Grossi. One, because like the charitable work that he does, he's genuine, but also like I said, that raid really helped me as well. And a low point in my life, really and truly. It's weird being on the side of the raid, being so unaware. And yes, I was from a Grossi raid. So glad I stayed. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, I appreciate all y'all coming, all y'all staying as well. Like I said, I tried to make it as entertaining as possible. Wish I had more graphics. I just don't know how to do that. I'm very, very not really tech savvy, but I'll try to figure out. Like I said, the more and more people that I try to get on this channel, the more I'm trying to improve this channel as well. Normally, I also have videos. I haven't done them this year because, like I said, I've been very busy. But I also have a NFL basement, NFL penthouse videos. You can check the last 2 years if you want to check out some of my other videos. Those, like I said, build up a storyline, kind of similar to scripted, but like a little bit differently. Like I said, like as far as like how the teams are made, I had the idea back. So way back in 2018, I had the idea for NFL Basement because I wanted to make it. I wanted to make like skits because I was a theater kid at that same time too. I was a theater kid, football kid, all kind of stuff. Band kid. I wanted to make videos, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, I won't make them. But I had like ideas to talk about the teams that you never really talk about, all those basement teams, like talking about that. Keep pounding, yes, I actually keep pounding, and I had the idea for it, didn't know what to do with it, and then like I think when I first watched Tom Grossi, I think it was like 2021 or 2022. I know, like, I watched a couple of his I saw a couple of his videos, like the Jordan Love video, a couple other videos before I really started watching him. I started following him after even the video about him quitting his job because I was like, this dude's like very, very like open. He seems like a good dude. So I was like, yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos. I'll start watching him some more, and I've been hooked ever since. That's been quite a while then, but yeah, no, like I usually have those videos. I want to put them out, but like like I said, I wanted to do it more so this week, but I had to grade projects, and they were very extensive projects, and so that took a lot of my time. But I'll be able to do a lot more, especially like coming up this upcoming weekend and going into winter break. But I'm gonna try to get those out. But yeah, I'm so glad. I'm gonna have to look through all of them because, like I said, there's a lot of them. Same as my the history teacher. I'm like reading through some of these. Rob Bramlett, dude. Yeah, I was talking about the There Goes Davis, the Rob Bramlett one. Goodness gracious, it's really saddening, like how him and his wife, man. That's so sad. Our contact information is in the description. Reach out. We can exchange ideas. Oh, very nice. Education unpacked. Oh, very nice. Middle school is challenging. It is very challenging. Like I said, I'm seventh grade, so seventh grade is an interesting one too. They're in that transition from sixth to seventh, going into middle school. Like I said, it is definitely challenging. I've enjoyed it since my first year teaching. I'm enjoying my kids. Like I said, it's been like I said, there's the normal first year teacher kind of stuff that happens. Like I said, trying to find out really who you are. Um, so going through some growth in that aspect of my life too. So it's been fun. Like I said, I'm going through a lot of like inner what's the word I'm looking for? Inner thoughts. Yeah, kind of like going like trying to feel like where am I, who I am. I've already done a lot of that. Like spent, I mean, since COVID, like COVID, dude, 2020 was a really rough year. Um, but I'm so thankful that I had friends that were able to help me get through it. Um, Luke being one of those. Like I said, it's been a whirlwind for sure. A whirlwind. Still at halftime, still 10-0. Texans kind of dominating this game. Obviously, you can't count out the Chiefs, but you never know. I barely survived my daughter's middle school years. Oh yeah. See, I was okay. I will say this: comparatively to my sister and I was a better kid younger, and then like said after like she was older after she left. Like I kind of went through a little phase, but like because my mom was a middle school teacher as well, I didn't mess up in middle school because my mom knew if I messed up, if I didn't do well on tests, she would know what I would make before I knew because, like I said, her and the other teacher were tight. So like that's why I did not get in trouble in school because like they would know, and I was like, no, I don't want to mess up because like I said, they would know. She's now a teacher. Oh, that's very nice, very nice. Like I said, teachers make the world go around. It is a very hard job, but it's a rewarding job. It's a very much rewarding job. Like I said, oh, dude, there's been so many messages that I've gotten from parents or students or whatnot. That's like real. It's one of those things where like where people like are genuine and like they tell you how they feel, and it really helps you. Like if you have like a bad day, sometimes like people like parents or students don't know how much like I said even like the small stuff can really help you like brighten your day. And yeah, it's been awesome. Uh, Zoe, I've always wondered how long grading everything a teacher took. What's the longest type of assignment to grade? Well, it depends. So the reason why it took me a long time to grade this project is because of the fact that I did it as a research project for a budget. So basically, the parameters of you had to meet this list of criteria. So I have to backtrack and make sure that you're not just making up random numbers. So I have to do research on your research for over 100 and see how many kids I have. About 100 kids. So I have to do for over 100 kids, check each and every one, make sure one they're doing the math correctly. They're not just making up numbers about how much a hotel costs. They're not just making up numbers of how, like, they did their sales tax. They had them add a sales tax for, like, their food and whatnot they would be eating. Try to make it a fun activity, make it a fun project. But that's the reason why it took so long. Because it was, so that's the longest one. Other ones are not that hard. Like I said, grading, tests aren't that hard because, like I said, you either have an answer key or, like I said, we do it online. So we have it through certain things to make it easier for us to grade. But yeah, that was the longest one I had to grade for sure. Kickoff's about to ensue. The challenges from some of the other students not heard. Came from other students not heard. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I don't use AI. I'm trying to teach my kids not to use AI. Return from the 5, 10, 15, 20 up to the 25 and down about the 27-yard line. First down 10, there is a flag. Yeah, I don't really use AI mainly because, like I said, especially for some of my students, they try to use AI overview when they're trying to answer a question. I'm like, okay, well, you have to be able to actually figure it out because if you just look it up in AI overview, it might be wrong instead of finding the actual answer. So I've had to be, especially when like we've done like research projects, I've had to be very much on them. Like, no, you use these websites, find the actual information that's supposed to be in these websites instead of just Googling it because a lot of times you'll be wrong. Like for instance, for this project, like some of them would look up like how much does it cost to go from this place to this place? I'm like, well, you're not really calculating it. You're just asking them to tell you what it is. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I say, we've actually had part of the community. We've talked about like we don't like AI. We are very anti AI. Parker, I'll answer your question in a second. First down 10 from the 17-yard line. Going to be under center. Send time in motion. Going to be handoff. That's going to be immediate pressure. That's going to be Chris Jones, the first one there, and then cleaned up by Nick Bolton. Lost about 5 yards of Woody Marks. Second down 15. Parker, will Missouri football beat UVA or not? If Bo is playing, I feel pretty good. I honestly feel pretty good about your chances. Ahmad Hardy is so good. Like, I feel confident with your running game because Virginia's front seven obviously is not anywhere near what you've had to deal with some of the other defensive lines SEC. So I think you can. Your defense line's pretty good. Again, Chris Jones with the pressure on second down and 14 got right back there. He has turned it up the last couple of snaps. Like I said, start of the ending of the first half. Now start of the second half on Ed Ingram, no less. Just bullied him. It's a great move by Chris Jones. I received as many wrong answers from AI as I have correct ones. Exactly. There was there was one person that wrote something like I could tell there was AI. I was like, okay, where did you find this? Like, oh, I use AI overview. I was like, this is wrong. They tell you why it's wrong, and I showed them why it was wrong. And they're like, oh, and I was like, yeah, if you had done the research, you wouldn't have known. Way overthrown pass by C.J. Stroud. Try to get to who was that? He tried to throw. I think it was to Hutchinson, but way overthrown ball. 4th and 14 got a punt ball away. It hadn't even been a minute in the third quarter. 14:08 left to go in the third quarter. Got a punt ball away. Daggum. Well, Texas, at least your defense is good, so they're going to keep you in the game. But why did he float that? He hesitated. That's why. Okay, so CJ Stroud hesitated. That's why he floated it really badly. But I mean, he was open. So punt away by Townsend, the former Chief. And it is not a great one. It can be returned from, that's your fair caught by the 44-yard line. So Chiefs in pretty good field position. 14 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Good when I go to commercial break. Good. Let's make sure. Good. I don't love that first drive. Then again, I don't love a lot of the drives that the Texans do because Nick Haley is not a very good offensive coordinator. It is what it is though. First down 10 for the 44-yard line. Kansas City Chiefs going to be in shotgun formation. Mahomes got looks like Smith is to his left. Gets an air Gray in motion up to the right. No, it's Pacheco. Sorry. Rolls up to his left, stuffs in the pocket, throws a deep ball, and it's going to be caught down to the 20-yard line, and that is none other than Hollywood Brown, covered by Caleb Bullock. First down 10 at the 20-yard line. Great job there by Kansas City Chiefs, putting themselves in the scoring position. Down by 2 scores, 13:40 left to go in the third quarter. Yeah, he just set him up really nicely. Let's see. Oh, that's a really good job by Hollywood Brown. Fakes like he's going outside, crosses his face, very nice. From the 21-yard line, going to be a pitch, late pitch. To Smith up to 20 up to the 15 and down to about the 13-yard line. That's Braden Smith from SMU, the rookie. Started out actually as a wide receiver at Miami, if I remember. Yeah, he was a wide receiver at Miami, then transferred to SMU, turned into a running back / wide receiver, kind of gadget player. Liked him coming out. I think was he the 7th round pick? He was a late round pick for the Chiefs. I think he was a 7th round pick, but been pretty good for them this season. Shotgun formation with Kareem Hunt to his right. Going to send Travis Kelce into motion. Going to be a handoff to Hunt, who is going to be just short. Be third down and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. 12:30 left to go in the third quarter. Hello there, Luke. Yeah, we're losing this game. Ryan, hey, Luke. Be confident. Hello, Daniel. How you doing? Just be confident, Luke. It's okay. It's fine. Yes, CJ Stroud overthrew, but you're up by 2 scores. Your defense is good. It's 3rd down and 1. Let's see what happens. Texans are bad. Hey, we don't want to have negative thoughts. Pistol formation. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be Kareem Hunt, who is going to, after some pushing and shoving, I'm pretty sure he's going to get it. Yeah. First down tip for the Kansas City Chiefs. 11:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Texans aren't bad. The Chiefs aren't bad. Mid, maybe. But your offense just needs to do better. Like I said, if your offense could just be decent, you'll be fine. But unfortunately, it's not. First down, 10 from the 10.5-yard line. Under center, going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt, who is going to get about 3. No, actually about 2. So 2nd down, 8. Like I said, look, I understand the thought process, but at the same time, let's be positive. Let's be positive. You're going to find a way to win. You're going to find a way to win division. Maybe not, but get in the playoffs, no less. Shotgun formation with Smith to his left. Mahomes going to send Smith in motion over to the right, drops back to pass, and gets some pressure. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw. It's going to be bad at the line. That's going to be Will Anderson. Bad. 3rd down 7. 10:45 going 3rd. Still 10-0. See, it's still 10-0. It's 3rd down 7. You're going to get a stop here. You're going to kick a field goal, and then you'll be still back by 7. So you're fine. You're good. Did I curse you? No. I don't believe in curse. 1 from the 2-yard line. 4th and 1. 10:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 10-0. Let's see what Kansas City's going to do. More than likely going to do like a little rollout. Running back in the flat, more than likely. That's what they normally do in this situation. If I had to guess, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like a rollout with the running back in the flat. Maybe like a hitch to try to open up a lane. Sent Kelsey in motion. Actually, going to be a handoff, and he's going to get the touchdown. Okay, well, they got him initially, and then they let him get the touchdown. That's okay. Well, I might be wrong. I might have been wrong, Luke. It's okay. 10-6, extra point, make it a 3-point game. 9:52 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Am I streaming tomorrow Eagles Chargers game or not? Yes, I am, Parker. I do. I tried Bills Texans. I didn't do Panthers 49ers, though I should have, but I didn't. I was with my family, and I was like, I want to spend as much time as I can with my family instead of stream the game. I'm glad that I didn't stream the game. One, because I've been very frustrated, especially after the picks that we had gotten and we done nothing with them. I would have been very ticked off. But I do, I didn't do like the ones on Thanksgiving, obviously. But like I said, I try to do every Thursday Monday night game. I started last year doing the Sunday night games because I was not working. But yeah. It's over. Gonna turn it off. Okay, Luke. Okay. It's okay. Believe. You just gotta believe. Exactly. You just gotta believe. Now, I know Luke, though. So Luke's like, Luke, this is what Luke's gonna do. He's gonna put this out here. He's gonna put this out here. And then when the Texans do win, he's going to say that he always believed. Or if the Texans lose, he's like, see, I knew it was going to happen. Knew it was going to happen. He sets himself up that he can be the winner in both cases. And I respect it. I respect it, Luke. I do. I've watched the Texans for too long to have any faith in them. Fair. It is, like I said, it's the Texans. But you just got to believe. You know what? That's so real. It is. Like I said, Luke is a fan of Bama and also the Texans. So like I say, he has some dynasty and then some not even experiencing any kind of success. But you know, it's so fine. You're technically the youngest team. Yes, you haven't been to conference championship game, but that can. I honestly think that's going to change the next 5 years. I'll give it 5 years. Within the next 5 years, Texans will go to a conference championship game. Will you win it? Don't know. The next 5 years, you'll at least go to conference championship game. So we can get rid of that. Just thinking of history for y'all. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. I love your defense, and we talk about your defense so much there. We talk about how your defense is dominant, your defense is able to get after the quarterback. Your run defense is amazing as well. It's your offense is going to hold you back, unfortunately. And now, like I said, Chris Jones is going off, and I'm proud of Chris Jones. He was not having the best year this year, but he's starting to come out right now, and maybe this might be the turnaround. Maybe it might be turning around the Texans game. Going against, because I'm pretty sure he's from Houston, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's from Houston, or he's like from around Houston, because he was from Mississippi State, but I'm pretty sure he's from around Houston. So I got the batter Aggie syndrome from Texans fans. That's fair. Tom Seaver, is that you? Yeah, I'm that old. Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver. I'm not that old. I'm trying to think Tom Seaver. The believe you just gotta believe. I think of SpongeBob. I think of the Scarlett Johansson plays that mermaid, the one who's the daughter of King Neptune, and she's like, "You just gotta believe." Like that's what I think of. So Tom Seaver sounds familiar. I recognize the name. I don't know the reference. That feels. I feel confused. I feel confused. I gotta look it up now. Tom Seaver. Why does that? Is that like a sitcom thing? I also was never big into sitcoms either. Tom Seaver, baseball pitcher. Oh, I would never gotten that. I don't know nothing about baseball. I can tell you that one. Oh, it's okay. Not big team left go in the third quarter, 10-7. First down to him at 35-yard line. After that fair catch in the end zone. Under center. Running back in the backfield. Going to send Stover into motion him back out. Going to be a handoff to Woody Morris. He's going to try the middle of the field. Gets like maybe two. Second down 8. Former Mets pitcher. That was his tagline. Gotcha. Okay. Mets. It's all about the Mets, baby. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, baseball was never my thing. I played it. Like from like first grade to sixth. That was because my dad wanted me to. I was not very good. I was outfielder because I had a decent arm, but I could not hit to save my life. I got more on base by getting hit by pitches than I did hitting the ball. But I do remember, I think it was my 5th grade year, I got in this $30 bat from Walmart that had it was like shock absorbent. It was a $30 bat, and I didn't think anything of it, but I got the bat. Every person on the team wanted to use my bat. So they would warm up with their bat, and then when it was time for them to hit, they would just take my bat. So every single person would use my bat. It was by far the best bet I've ever had in my life. But it was a $30 bat from Walmart. Second down 8, and tipped at the line, unfortunately. It's going to be incomplete pass. I don't know who that was. I think it was Karloftis that tipped it? Or it might have been Chris Jones. It might have been Chris Jones that tipped that ball. Third down. Let's see here. Yep. On Ingram again. Actually, they double teamed him. Him and Jake Andrews. Jake Andrews from Troy. From Stand Up Elmore. I played against him in high school. He was a left tackle for Stand Up Elmore at that time. 9:24 left to go in the third quarter. Third down 8. Shotgun formation with Woody Marks to his right. Don't go 3 out again. Draws back a pass. Throws. Who? Stroud. What? Who are we throwing to, bud? Who are we throwing to? Oh my! What? Who is that? What in the world are we? What? Whoa! Okay, that was a weird. That's a weird haircut. It looked like the Predator. 9:20 left in the third quarter. Gonna punt this ball away. Goodness gracious! It's over. Luke, I don't want to say it's over, but your offense can't be going 3 and out every single time. Punt is underway. I may not always trust my team to win, but I will hope for them to win, and will cling to that hope even in the face of my own better judgment. That's fair. Worthy just kind of running around at this point. There's a flag thrown, though. Probably going to be a holding or blocking the back. For better or for worse, I always go into games thinking we have a chance. Now, should I have hope? Absolutely not. It is usually delusion, yes, but I always believe. I'm pretty like I don't always pick the Panthers in my pick'ems, especially if I'm not feeling confident. Though there has been a couple times where I felt confident I've been right. Uh, there have been times where I've been confident and then we lost to the Saints. So I don't know. It's been a wild year. But, yeah. Good night, Ryan. I'm calling it here and going to bed. Well, Luke, I will call you. Well, if you know you're going to go to bed. I about to say, I'll call you later and I'll be like, hey, Luke, it's fine, you're good, but we'll probably talk tomorrow. Um, and hey, you never know. Like, so you still might win, and then you say you're still got a good chance of winning division. My thing is this: I think if you lose this game, you're looking at more so the wild card, which is fine. So that's wrong with the wild card. The fact that Texans match up pretty well with other teams. I mean, like I said, if the Texans end up with like the sixth seed, the more likely go against like the Jaguars, which would be definitely a wild playoff game. That would be a fun one. That'd be a fun wild playoff game. Um, all you gotta hope for you, the Texans, is you don't have to match up with the Broncos in the playoffs early on, because then that kind of sucks for you, because then you got to go against a really good defense, and you haven't really shown to do well in those situations. Um, but yeah, I try to keep a level head with the Panthers, mainly because we haven't been very successful in the last couple of years, so haven't really been able to say that much. But I try to be level headed. I don't talk a lot of trash, mainly because it's just that's not my vibe. I'm not that kind of vibe. But when I do, I add in. I mean, you know, Emmanuel. I don't talk that much trash, and when I do, like I said, I try to keep it civil. There are some people who cannot keep it civil. That's for sure. Some people are, yeah, awful. Zoe. At the very least, I want them to play well or put up a decent fight, but I refuse to give up on them and will hope until the very end. I feel that as a fan, I owe them that much. Exactly. Especially, I mean, honestly, both of our teams too, because both of our teams will be able to come back. I mean, I'm pretty sure, Zoe, you might correct me if I'm wrong with this one, but I'm pretty sure it's Panthers, Broncos, Bears. Who else? Like, I think we're all like, I know for sure the Broncos and the Bears are top, but I think the Panthers are also top. But we're also like, up there as far as like comeback wins this season, or like game winning drives this season. Because one, Bryce Young with that win against the Rams passed Josh Allen for the most what's the word I'm looking for? The most fourth quarter or overtime game-winning drives before age 25, I think, or like the youngest player to hit like 11, which is kind of wild. That Bryce has been really bad his first year, but the two wins we did have was when we like basically didn't lead the whole entire game. That was the Falcons game and then the Texans game that I was at. The first win, I was at his first win. That was fun. Luke was actually there. Luke. So it was me, Luke, and then my roommate, my former roommate, who's a Panthers fan as well, went to that game. That was fun. From the end zone, I'm going to check it down at Travis Kelce up to the 10-yard line. So be gain of about 8 or 9. Third down. That's third down. Second down, about 3. Sorry, I didn't talk. I was called the game. I was thinking about Panthers. I just checked my 20-team fantasy league. I'm somehow 8. Wait, no, 8. Yeah, 8-5, even though I haven't set a different lineup since week 1. That's interesting. That's a crazy stat. Good for Bryce. Exactly. Like I said, I'm very proud of him. I'm glad that I didn't give up on him. That was very close. From a 10-yard line, second down 4. Shotgun formation going to be handoff to Kareem Hunt, who's going to sidestep his defender, and he's going to get the first down. Well, it depends on the spot. I think I'm going to give it to him. Yeah. 8:15 left to go in the third. Texans are up by 3. Got a good defense. But your offense is a little bit more to be desired. You're hoping for more. 8 minutes left to go in third. 3rd and 1. So they did mark them short. Shotgun formation going to send Worthy and Emotion over to the left. Going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a first down to Kareem Hunt. Gains about 2 yards on the play up to the 15-yard line. First down, 10. I'm sure Kansas City's going to have try like a long drive. Let's see, Cameron. I'm very much enjoying the Bryce Young career awakening. I am as well. Like I said, I'm an Auburn fan, so obviously, like I said, Bryce was my favorite Bama quarterback because of the fact that one, like I said, I'll talk about it more in a second. First down 10, going to be a flash and pass. He's got plenty of time. Throws across the middle. It's be up to the 35-yard line. Xavier Worthy down by the 37-yard line. First down 10. I like Bryce the most because the fact that Bryce, by far, didn't have as much NFL talent on offense compared to other quarterbacks. Like, he didn't have the Jerry Judys, the Henry Ruggs, the Devontae Smiths, the Jalen Waddles, that kind of stuff. He had John Mechie, who was good in college, unfortunately not been good in the NFL. And then he had Jameson Williams, who's like, comparative to all the other ones, is not, like I said, I don't think you compare Jameson Williams to like Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, especially in college. And whatnot. Now even like an Amari Cooper, thinking back to olden days, Calvin Ridley, that kind of thing. So like he didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs his second year, which is like I said they underutilized Jahmyr Gibbs so bad at Bama. Luke and I talk about that a lot. Like they should have used Jahmyr Gibbs so much better at Bama, but they didn't. Second down attempt, that incomplete pass under center. Going to send Gray into motion. Going to be a handoff, and that's going to be to check up to the 40, up to the 44-yard line. Going to be a gain about 7 yards there. Third down and 3. 6:15 left to go in the third quarter. But yeah, he like that 2021 Iron Bowl. I should have been there. I was gonna go. I had to go and sit to my aunt's, and we forgot about it. But I had a ticket, so I sold it to my friend who was a Bama fan. He enjoyed the heck out of that one. And so, yeah, them coming back in that game showed me how much guts he actually had, and I loved him ever since. Third down 4 from the 44-yard line, shotgun formation. Draws back to pass. He's getting some pressure by Will Anderson. Throws down the ground, and Travis Kelce's looking for a flag. He's not going to get it. 4th down and 4. 5:43 left to go in the third quarter. Got to punt this ball away. Texas pass rush non-existent. Will Anderson got back there. I'm in the same boat for trash talk, but for different reasons. I'm never super confident in the Falcons. They are the choking team after all. That's fair. I don't want to deal with the consequences of my actions. That's the reason why I don't trash talk either, because I can't back it up. Punt is underway and is going to be returned. Well, actually, they're going to let this go out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. The Texas pass was non-existent, said the Luke. Emmanuel, when we lose, I talk smack, so I don't talk anything. Oh, yeah. We can't win like this. Luke, you never know. Defense is so bad now. Casey is such crybabies. I mean, are we surprised? No, we're not. That's how they happen, unfortunately. Zoe, patience with young players for all the pain it brings is usually more rewarding than pessimism, at least to my experience. Exactly. And you have the added bonus of being like, hey, I believed in them. And you put your faith in them, and hey, you work out. But, like, I don't know. I think, I don't want to call people toxic, but there's a lot of people who, like, will put too much pressure on somebody early on in their career, and their perspective of that player will not change because of what they had previously. Like, there's so many people, and Shadur is in an interesting spot in of itself. There's so many people who are so down on Shadur because like they don't believe he deserves a lot of the press that he's getting, which is fair, but like some of them are being a little bit too harsh. So like anytime that Shadur had like a bad game, they make sure to highlight it way more than I think they should, or like be more like down on somebody. And I hate that aspect of like certain pundits, certain people in media and whatnot, where they want to make their prediction be so good. They want to back up their prediction so bad. Like if like they hate a player, they hate a team or something like that. They're like, if they're wrong, they don't want to admit they're wrong. Like I will admit, I was wrong about the Colts. Now I will back up the fact that I did call the Colts choking. It does help that also that Daniel Jones is hurt. But I did call the Colts choking, and you can ask Luke because I convinced Luke because Luke was also downtrodden because he was thinking the Texans were going to bottom out, and I said no. I said Texans have a good shot of coming back, and the Colts are about to choke. So I was right about that, but I did not believe at all Daniel Jones. I thought that the Colts were going to suck a lot this year, and I've been proven wrong. And I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. Because I think that's what you should do as a commentator of the game. C.J. Stroud throws out of bounds on 1st and 10. Trying to bury C.J. Stroud for that? No. But like I said, nobody was really open. And also, like I said, the offensive line kind of sucks and you got immediate pressure. But at the same time, like, I need you to do better. See, it's give and take. I could say you need to do better at the same time, not try to put all the blame on you. Second down, 10 will be handoff to Woody Marks, and unfortunately, Dalton Schultz got bullied by Karlaftis, and so he got back in the run lane pretty easily. So it's 3rd down and 10 because he got basically no line. Okay, all right, Texans. You can't have 3 straight 3 downs. Oh, he got bullied. Good Lord, Dalton Schultz. I'm so sorry. That's hard to defend. 3rd down, 10. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 10-7. 10-7, 10-7, 10-7. Please don't let it be in 10-7. Shotgun formation with a running back to his left. Draws back to pass. And rolls it to his right. Throws on the run. Is that caught? Holy crap. No, he's going to say incomplete pass. I thought it was caught by Kirk. But they said it's incomplete. 4th and 10. Got a punch ball away, 4:43. Let's see here. Bam. Oh, yeah, he dropped that. Kurt, wait, yeah, he definitely dropped that. Okay. All right. Can we bench Stroud? Luke, are you already calling for the giraffe neck himself, Davis Mills? That can't be true. That can't be true. I'm sorry, Luke. I don't believe that one just yet. 4:43 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd straight 3 and out. Boop, putting it away. Not a great punt. Kansas City is going to start on their own side of the field. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't believe I had any. I can believe I had any faith in this team. This might be worst offense in the NFL. Not even a joke. I think the Jets might have a worse one. Emmanuel, is Danny Dimes the first post-Baker Mayfield quarterback restoration project that didn't even last a year? Oh. Let's see. We had Sam Darnold, but that worked. I guess you could say the Pastronaut. I mean, like, that kind of, like, had, like, a Linsanity run. So with Josh Dobbs, who else? Joe Flacco? If you say Joe Flacco, maybe? I mean, yeah, injuries aren't really his fault, but still, yeah, I would probably say that. Let's see here. The current New York Giants aren't a great place to start your NFL career. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, one, I don't like Mara. Mara's He's an interesting dude in of himself. But like, are you really going to keep Joe Shane to pick your next QB, not next QB, your next head coach? And then if you pick your next head coach, how long of a leash are you giving your next head coach? Because then you're going to fire Joe Shane more than likely. And then if that's the case, then you'll just have your head coach try to pick the GM, and that makes a different, interesting dynamic. Like, or are you just going to do the sensible thing, and that is fire Joe Shane after this year? Because he definitely puts you in this mess. However, he has had decent drafts the last 2 cycles. But, like, I don't know. I don't know where the Giants are going to go from here. Obviously, it's helped the fact that there are a lot of Memphis commercials. Goodness gracious. It helps the fact that, yes, you got your quarterback you think you got your running back for the future, you got your wide receiver for the future, you got more, like I said, top 5 pick. But I don't know. I hate it. I hate it for Jackson Dart, but I don't know if he's really going to be able to work. What is his graphics? Good Lord, gingerbread. That's weird. I got gingerbread men just beating down the house. Okay, that's weird. I don't know. Do they truly have their QB? I mean, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Jackson Dart, but like, it's better than what they've had. I can at least say that. It's better than what they've had. Taking a deep shot, and holy crap. Oh, great pass breakup. Who was that? Lassiter? Great pass breakup on trying to get it to Thornton. That was 2nd down 10. I don't know if they truly have it. I'm not a big fan of Jackson Dart when he came out, but he's made some decent games. And also depends on who they hire as a head coach. Like if he can continue to develop him. I was under the impression that I think that Jackson Dart needs a little bit more time in the oven before he's really ready. But you gotta start him when you gotta start him. 2nd down 10, gonna be a screen to, well, not really screen, a little more of a swing pass where Rashee Rice gets about 7 yards in the play. 3rd down about 3. Dart doesn't want to change his style of play. He won't last long. It depends on if his body can last long, yeah. He's got to protect himself a little bit, but I don't mind that as much. He won't have to do hero ball if he actually has a lot more weapons. Like I don't think he would do as much hero ball as he does if he had Malik Neighbors healthy. I don't know. I just feel that would probably be the case. 3rd down 3 from the 41-yard line. Drops back to pass, getting pressure. Will Anderson, and unfortunately going to scramble to 35-30 up to about the 26-yard line as Mahomes, he's a little bit hobbled, but he avoided the pressure by Will Anderson, got the first down. 3:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter, still 10-7, and the Chiefs got a first down. Sorry, I was like getting that out there. But, where was I at? I was right, Luke. Nothing going right. They're about to score, and it's over because we will not get any more first downs the rest of the game. Well, that's a reminder of the way you lost the playoff game. Let's see here. Manual. We got insanity runs and reclaimed busts. Joe Flacco and Josh Dobbs are the insanities. Baker and Darnold are reclaimed bust. Do you understand the difference? Yes, I do. I say that's fair. The insanity runs because it's only a short time, but like I said, both Baker and Sam go to different places that from where they were considered busts and be able to move forward. So yeah, I understand the difference. Under center from the 2nd down 8, going to be a rollout, and Mahomes is going to basically pick up a couple more yards up to the 20-yard line, depending on the spot. Actually, going to be the 19-yard line. So we 3rd down about 3 once again. Cameron, he's better than Russ, to be honest. I ain't saying much, but yeah, he's definitely better than Russ. Let's see here. We're Alien and Alien. Oh, Allen. I'm sorry. I saw the other L as an I. I was like, Alien. Were Allen and Jackson as careless as Dart is right now? Because then Dart just needs better coaching and some time to develop. Jackson's always been good about protecting himself. Third down two was a long two. Going to be a play pass, just throws it out and dropped. Dropped. Kareem Hunt was not ready for it and it was dropped. So 4th and 2, 154 left to go in the third quarter. And looks like the Chiefs are just going to try to go for the tie right now. But yeah, Jackson's always been good about protecting himself. For instance, whenever he's running, he's always like dropped to the floor, make sure he doesn't get hit. Because Josh Allen's a bigger body, it's not been as bad. Like, I mean, like Jackson Dart is like what, 6'2", 6'3", like 210, 215. Like compared to Josh Allen, who's humongous. And kick is barely through there for a 36-yard field goal. 10-10, 150 left to go in the third quarter. But yeah, Josh Allen, like I said, he was able to really take a lot of beating because I said he's a bigger dude. Same thing like for Cam Newton. Like, I mean, he's not the same exact size as Cam Newton. He's a little bit smaller, but like in the same exact vein of like, you know, being a bigger guy, he's able to take a lot more hits and like more harder hits, and also doesn't have a concussion problem like Jackson Dart has. So like, yeah, Jackson. I don't want to switch up his gameplay as much, but it does have to be like a little more careful. So like, you know, if you are running on the sideline, make sure you get a bounce. Because like I said, I think it was wasn't it like second down? It wasn't like third down. I don't think so. Showing Vikings versus Cowboys. That's Sunday Night Football. That's Sunday Night Football. Cowboys versus Vikings, and we didn't flex it out. I know why we're not doing it because it's the Cowboys, but I don't know if I want to stream that game. Vikings versus I might end up streaming that. I wish it was something different. Return from about the 3-yard line up to about the 23-yard line. The Texans tied 10-10, 146 left on third. Come on, you got to do something. I heard it was flexed out. Hopefully that's the case because I really do not want to. I want something different. Make it be something good. Yeah, the Chiefs are bringing a lot more pressure with their showing right now, all the different blitz. I mean, this is also Steve Spagnuolo we're talking about, so it makes sense. Making Stroud not comfortable. If it is flexed out, I hope it's something different than I hope it's something good. So, first down 10. Let's see what happens here. Under center. Going to be a play action pass. It actually has time. Now running out of time is going to throw it at the feet of Woody Marks. Second down 10. Okay, Texans. Second down. Please do not have another third and out. 3 and out. It's good coverage. It is good coverage. Nick Haley, don't be stupid. I'm afraid he's going to be stupid, though. All right, C.J. Stroud, shotgun formation. Woody Marks to his right. Going to be a hand for Woody Marks, who is going to try to bounce off to the left side. Get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, 10. Texans. Oh, my gosh. Don't do this. Don't do this. I mean, look, if the Chiefs win, then I predicted it right. Good for me. But, like, don't. $1:10 left to go in the third quarter. Third down, 10. C.J. Stroud going to be in shotgun formation. Woody Marks to his left. Bringing pressure, bringing a lot of pressure. Rolls out, throws on his back foot, and it's going to be to nowhere. 4th and 10. 51 seconds left to go in the third quarter. They're looking to see if they're going to call intentional grounding. No, it's not the case. Dude. Packers, Broncos, or Lions, Rams would be dope on Sunday Night Football. Dude, Packers, Broncos would for sure. Lions, Rams, I like that in the game of the week, kind of like that 425 range. You know what I'm talking about? I like that in that little range. Hopefully not the ones called by Tom Brady. I say that, but I think he's actually gotten better. I'll give him credit. He's actually gotten better. Luke, hey there, Luke. This might be the worst offense the NFL has ever seen. My God. Nick Caley, shown right before us. Can't adjust. What does Nick Caley ever do during the week? I don't know. I honestly don't. He doesn't prep for a game. Nick Caley. Okay, here's the thing. Nick Caley was a tight ends coach for Sean McVay, and to my knowledge, I think we talked before. I don't remember if he's actually called plays before. So it's a little on you for hiring him. First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mahomes rolls up to his left, is getting pressure, is going to roll up back over to his right. Throws on the run and be caught, and oh my gosh! Incomplete. Creed Humphrey is like trying to have the back of Rashee Rice. Hey, I'm sure he has his back. He's got to have his back. I mean, who else would have Rashee Rice back? Oh, that right. Travis Kelce showing his free Rashee Rice shirt. -2 yards in the third quarter. Yikes. Yeah, no, it's bad. Jalen Petrie just absolutely just demolished the speedy Rashee Rice. He also land kind of weird too, so that's part of it. But yeah. So second down 10 from the 38-yard line. Shotgun formation. Going to be a hand of Pacheco, who's going to get to the 40, and that's basically it. Well, I guess like a little bit more. So it's going to be third down and long. 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Probably going to take it to the fourth, I guess. Maybe. Depends. Still 10-10, though. Still 10-10. No, Chiefs, please don't win. I would really prefer if you didn't win. I prefer to, but I also would be right if pick'ems. So I don't know. Conflicted. I knew we were conflicted. Emmanuel, if y'all watch the House Call? I don't know about the House Call podcast. It's a football podcast run by the Deep Three guys, but it's asking for harsh truths NFL fans need to accept, and I think it's a good question. What are y'all's? Like for each team? Or like for just like in general for the NFL? The Evil Empire is back. Oh man, the NFL is an entertainment company and not sports now. Ooh. Harsh truth. Harsh truth for the NFL is the Cardinals will never accomplish anything while Bidwell is the owner. I'm sure that a lot of Cardinals fans have accepted that, but that is part of it too. Browns will never do anything while Haslam's the owner. What's another owner that's holding them back? Those are the two main ones. Everyone talked about Tepper. He definitely had some things that were holding us back, but even when it was at its peak, I was still like, you have Haslam and you have Bidwell. Like, how are you comparing us to, Tepper is the new Snyder? Like, I was like, no, I don't want to. I was like, that's not fair. I was like, I accept the fact that Tepper's been bad, but I was like, he has not been them. But yeah, I'd say that's a harsh truth for like those fans. Harsh truth for Panthers fans. Oh, gosh, do I really want to alienate myself from Panthers fans? I won't say that one because that would alienate me from a lot. Oh no, actually no, I will. I will say it. Harsh reality for Panthers fans because it's actually started to change now that we're winning. Steve Wilkes was not as good as a coach as a lot of Panthers fans want to say. There, I said it. I hate the almost level of like, I don't want to say God, but like there are so many Panthers fans that, and I want to make a video about it, but like, and now I feel a lot more comfortable because a lot of people are on David Tepper's side, on Dave Canales' side. But like, there were so many Panthers fans before Dave Canales, like I said, we've gone a little run this year, that were so adamant that we would be so much better if we just had Steve Wilkes as head coach. And it was because of 2022. And I was so upset about it because I was like, you're so short-sighted. Taking a deep shot, picked by Kamari Lassiter to the 16-yard line. Texas defense comes away again. Sorry, I was why they cut back so quickly. But first down for the Texans at the 16-yard line. But yeah, I hate how much like they're almost like just like hold him in high regard. And I'm like, I understand, did a great job with the underman team, but at the same time, there are several reasons why he didn't get the job. One, you could also say is because Tepper won the offensive guy. Yes, that was definitely one of the case. Two is the fact that he lost the division when he basically had it in his palm, and he found a way to basically let the Bucks back in the game. Didn't go for on 4th and 1s when he said he tried to play not to lose, and he had several games where he got absolutely outcoached, like the Bengals, where we were losing 35-0 in the first half. That's by far the only game that I haven't watched the whole entire game of the Panthers is that game because I couldn't. The Steelers, we got absolutely just murdered, and because we could not stop at all. We couldn't stop the Steelers. So, like I said, there's some good things, but also some bad things that happened during the tenure of Steve Wilkes as interim head coach, and I will stand by that. But that's a harsh truth that a lot of Panthers fans have not accepted yet. And I'm glad that now that we're good, now that we're better. They're starting to not say that as much as like, oh, if we had Steve Wilson head coach, we'd be winning by now. We win this division. Oh my word! On first down, second down 6. They bring a blitz on C.J. Stroud and he gets sacked for 10 yards? Another 3-and-out come. I would want it to be huge, Cameron. Unfortunately, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. What is the harsh truth the team or fan base needs to accept? That's the full question. Okay. I think I did a good job talking about that. I just can't believe. Ryan, where can I hire a hitman? I don't know. I'm a teacher. I don't know if I can tell you that. C.J. Stroud throws, and that's going to be caught! And that's going to be the first down marker, and it's a first down by Jaden Higgins. Yes, we have a first down, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it. Houston, we no longer have a problem. We have a first down. We have been saved. We have been saved from the depths of offense hell. Thank you so much, Jaden Higgins, for your contribution to this awful game. Well, not awful game, defensive-minded game. First down 10. Going to be a pass that's be caught, and that's going to be Noel. They're giving it to rookies. Thank you so much. Gain of about 7 yards there. Second down 3. There we go. Asking for a friend. Well, Luke, I don't know. Maybe you can dial 911. They can let you know. No, don't do that. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Go incognito mode and ask. Positive yardage at last. Exactly. We have been blessed by positive yardage, and it's second down and 3. 12:30. You like to go in the fourth quarter. Still tied 10-10. Going to be a handoff to Woody Marks, who is going to get a yard. Third down 2 from the 34-yard line. You can send whoever you want to send to the Niners medical team. East. Yeah. Dude. The fact that the Niners are still in this thing and with a reasonable schedule. Now, granted, they can still screw themselves over. But they have a reasonable schedule that they can still make it into the playoffs after all the injuries they've had. It's kind of remarkable. Not gonna lie. I wish we could have beat them. We didn't. Empty set brings Noel. And actually, Noel is now as a running back. Hands to Noel. He's going to get the first down. And no, he's not. Good Lord, he got pile drive by Connor. Well, I was too early on that one. So fourth down. Oh, it's a flag. Hey. What we got? Flag. Hey, hey. Hold up. 11-4 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's a flag. What's the flag? What's the flag? Holding on somebody. Holding on the offense. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Fourth down. Thought it was. I thought I was on. No. Okay. I dare believe Nick Caley is a double agent. There is no way he doesn't have special needs or something. Um, you know what he needs? He needs care. He needs tender, loving care. So Luke, maybe just be nicer to him, and maybe he might do better. Have you ever thought about that? Be nice. Choose kindness. Fourth and one, got to put this ball away, and boom. What you need is another turnover. Fair card by the 22-yard line. Nick Caley, Kevin Petula, Zach Robinson. Which one goes three and out first? Which one has the worst three and out? Ooh, does the worst three and out? No, okay. I'd say Kevin Petula doesn't have the worst three and out. He might have the first three and out, but he doesn't have the worst one. So between Zach Robinson and Nick Caley, who has the worst three and out? Ooh, I'd probably say Nick Caley. I'd probably say Nick Caley has the worst three and out because some of it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, none of them really make any sense, to be honest. But oh man, so much wasted potential when you have a terrible offensive coordinator. I mean, we're talking about three teams that have like legitimate some of the best weapons in the NFL. I mean, Philly, you got Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Dallas Goddard, Devontae Smith, and then you still find ways to screw it up. Zach Robinson, you got Atlanta, so you got Drake, you got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts, who's actually had a career resurgence. You got two great running backs in Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, and like I said, Darnell Mooney every now and then. Like I said, you have talent. And then you got Nick Caley, where you literally have one of the best wide receivers last year, who probably would have led the league in receiving, had got hurt with Nico Collins. And then you got two talented rookies that you refuse to use right with Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. And you have a pretty decent tight end with Dalton Schultz, who's had a pretty good year this year. It's just and Woody Marks, who's kind of come on to his own as a rookie. So it's like I don't want to say like anyone can do their job because not everyone can be an offensive coordinator, but like it's pretty daggone bad when you cannot find a way to get your players the ball. Like the fact that you don't even try to do like Nico Collins with this with like anything. You don't do Nico Collins with like even a potential screen pass or anything. No, decide not to. Like I don't know. I don't get it. He needs to be thrown in a dumpster. What did I do to deserve having Nick Caley and Ryan Grubb? Oh yeah, Ryan Grubb also is ask Seattle Seahawks how that feels. Getting immediate pressure, throws, now it's going to be incomplete on first down, 10, 11, 19 left to go in the fourth quarter, still 10-10. I couldn't have been this bad. I just want to have happiness with football. Texans defense needs to get a pick six. Honestly, yes. They get a pick six or a fumble recovery for a touchdown or something. Or set up an easy field goal for Fairbairn. That's all you're going to have. But apparently, Issa Pohl has been doing pretty good today. That's what they just showed. First is NFL debut. He's been doing pretty good. So second down 10. And Mahomes backpedals, rolls out to his right, throws across his body. Awkward. It was like a, yeah. Like, that was weird. All right, well, flag. Hey, what's the flag on? Hold? What is it? No foul. All right, here we go. All right, third down. What's your favorite kind of barbecue? Ooh, that's a good question there, Cameron. It depends on what mood I'm on. I'm in. Obviously, being from Alabama, we do barbecue chicken with well, smoked chicken with like white barbecue sauce. Um, I have tried a lot of kind of barbecue. I'm not a big fan of like the sticky barbecue from Mississippi. I'll talk about more in a second. Third down 10, shotgun formation, drops back a pass, getting some kind of pressure. He's going to roll out. He's going to try to scramble for the first down, and he is going to be wrapped up. Oh, Ashley. Oh, my gosh, he's so close. Was that Alshire who didn't wrap up? Yes, it was. Alshire didn't wrap up. Would have been like only for a 5-yard gain. Now it's fourth down and like the 30. 10:50 left to go in the fourth. They're going to put this ball away. Thank goodness. Um, I like I said, I'm not a big fan of the sticky Mississippi kind of barbecue. I like. I've only had it a little bit. Oh, actually, going for it on a 4th and 1. Okay, never mind. They're going for it on 4th and 1. Mahomes shotgun formation, draws back to pass, and is getting pressure off the right side, and that's going to be incomplete. Pressure by Will Anderson, and then a pass breakup by Stingley, and now the Texans have perfect field position to just do the bare minimum. 10:18 left to go in the fourth. Um, I have a lot of I like a lot of different kinds of barbecue, but in May I'll be going to Houston and San Antonio, so I can try a little more barbecue because I've only had like a little bit of Texas barbecue when I was younger, and I don't remember as much. But I like Memphis types. I like South. I like both Carolinas where you have the mustard, you have more of the vinegar based. Um, I don't have barbecue a lot because I try not to eat that much pork because pork is inflammatory in your joints. So I try not to have as much. I can't remember the last time I actually had barbecue. I think probably like 6 months ago. Got to be a hand to Woody Marks, who's from the 31 yard up to 30, up to about the 26 yard line, gained about 5 yards there, second down 5. Can they call a hold? Luke, maybe not. I don't know if they can. You gotta be blind. Zoe, let's just have special teams defense handle the scoring from here on out. Trust me, I trust them more. I honestly would too. Say second down 4, you're in field goal range. Just nice and easy. Nice and easy. You got Fairbairn. You got a great kicker. From the 26 yard line, going to be I formation. And out to Woody Marks, who's going to get about a yard. So third down 3 from the 25 yard line. That's what the Texans are going to do. Texans are going to be like, you know what? We're just going to run. We're just going to drain this clock as much as we possibly can, kick a field goal, make the defense do our bidding because that's all you can do. And that's why I like it's like, you're probably going to be in the playoffs. You're probably going to make it difficult for someone in the wild card. You might win the wild card, but you're going to lose in the divisional. And then hopefully you can get the guy you need in the offseason for your offensive line because your offensive line's trash. And get a better play caller, that's for sure. Bunch to the left, shotgun formation, drops back to pass, get immediate pressure because Chris Jones is all the way back there. C-Sharp rolls it to his right, throws on the run, and be caught, and that's going to be, is that Jaden Higgins? Yes, it is. Jaden Higgins once again for the first down. I love Jaden Higgins so much. I was on the early train on Jaden Higgins, and then everybody else liked him because initially I was like, ooh, the Panthers could give him in the second round. And, actually, we could probably get in the third round. And then, no, people started loving him a little bit more, and they're like, oh, we're not going to get him. All right, so it's going to be first down 10 from the 17, 16, like the 17 or 16 yard line. Yes, from the 16 yard line. Under center. But I said Jade Higgins in motion, going to be a play action pass, rolls out to his left, and Citron's going to use his legs up the 15 up to about the 13 yard line. So nice gain there, 3 yards. Second down 7, 8-11 left to go in the fourth quarter. Texans. What would really be nice right now? Just maybe like a Nico Collins touchdown? Maybe? Possibly? Just something. He's not out there right now. You never know. All right, so 7:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's going to drain this clock as much as possible. Just find a way to score. That's all you need to do. Under center. Second down 7. I'm going to send Joe Noel into motion off to the right. Now motion back over to the left. Gonna be a handoff. Let's be to Woody Marks. He's gonna try the right side up to the 10, to the 5, and down to the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Texans. Woody Marks is kind of slow to get up. Oh, that's not good. Well, yeah, he's kind of hurting a little bit. Texans and Raiders fighting for all the old linemen this coming draft. Exactly. Dude, if the Raiders take a quarterback with the first round pick, I understand that things are bad with Geno, but like, and I can see it happening. I mean, dude, I wanted the Raiders to take Mimbo so bad, and he's so good for the Jets. Like, if the Raiders just taken Mimbo, and like not Genty is good, obviously, but like if you had just taken Mimbo, you would have your tackles because you got Colton Miller. You would have had your tackles, and I don't know. I wanted to have hope that they would make a smart decision, but they took Ashton Genty. The offensive line they have, and it's been bad. And then Geno's been bad too, so I don't know. I don't know what the Raiders are going to do. I don't. They need to go off of the line, but they're not going to. 7:19 left to go in the fourth quarter. When that start clock is running. 7:15. First and goal from the 5. Just punch it in. Going to send Noel in a motion over to the right. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be to... There we go. Is that Dare? Yes, it is. Looky there. He got the touchdown. I did not see him getting the touchdown. That's interesting. So Dare gets the touchdown. That sucks for Woody Marks. Woody gets down there and he's like, oh, well, I guess I can't get it anymore. The director, hello, Chiefs fan. Yeah. Well, look, hey. Your defense has kept you in this game. It sucks that, unfortunately, your offense decides to go for it on 4th and 1. They don't get it, give them a great field position. Which is also odd. Like, now you really think about it, why in the world did y'all go for it on 4th and 1, deep in your own territory when your defense has been playing amazingly? That's also weird. Kick is up. Kick is good. So it is 17-10. 6:56 left to go. 6:56 left to go. 6:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. Goodness gracious. Wasn't Dyer the RB that kicked the field goal? Yes, he was. Dare was. I can't remember his last name. It starts with the O, ends with the E. But yes, he is. I think he's like the third down running back. I might be wrong, Luke. I'm pretty sure like a third down running back for the Texans. Zoe, the thing is, I don't trust the Raiders to draft wisely. The offensive line, extremely few quarterbacks are going to look good behind that line. Exactly. And also, these are not the quarterbacks you take that's going to be like extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? There are some good quarterbacks in this draft class. Good, not great, not amazing, good. That are the kind of quarterbacks that still need a good offensive line to succeed. Like, there's not like a quarterback that's like, if they get pressure in their face, they're going to still be good. You know what I'm saying? Texas missed the playoffs. Yeah. I'm sure that brings a tear to your eye, you Oklahoma. Sooner. Boomer. Sooner. Also, very glad that Marks didn't get the rush touchdown. I was trying to mention we didn't need them to. That's right. Yeah. Director, how do you feel about Oklahoma having to go against Alabama again? I mean, you have been able to dominate the last 2 years, so, hey, third time's a charm. Well, that third time's a charm. For the Alabama. What's the other 3-1? So say 3 in a row. I don't know what. Go for the sweep. That's 2. What am I thinking of? My mind went blank. Dadgummit. That happens. But hey, you know what? Oklahoma's getting a home playoff game. Let's freaking go. Obviously, like I said, kind of sucks you have to go against Alabama, but Alabama's been on the downward spout. So, what are the 2025 Panthers? I don't know. Like, I talked about it, I think it was the last stream or the stream before. It might be either the Monday, I think it was either the Monday stream or the Thursday night stream. I want to make a Panthers video, and now I'm kind of upset that I didn't because, like I said, I got Grossi rated earlier. But, like, there are so many, like, ups and downs that I just don't know how to describe. Because like I was gonna make a video halfway through the season because I said I did the quarter season, I was gonna do half through the season, and then I was like, we had just gotten blown out by the Bills, and I was like, crap. I was like, well, it was without Bryce, so who knows? We'll go against the Packers. We'll probably lose, and I'll do it after that. So then the Packers game happened, and then I'm like, holy crap! I want to make a video now, but I was like, well, hold a second. I don't make a video just yet because I'm gonna be bragging a lot. And normally when that happens, when the Panthers are good, we find a way to lose to bad teams. So I was like, let me just hold off and wait and see. And then we lost to the Saints, and I was like, see, that's exactly what happened. And then I didn't have enough time to make a video about the Saints game, and then went to the Falcons game, and then the Falcons game happened where Bryce Young threw 448 yards, and I was like, maybe I should make a video now, but I was like, well, I didn't get home until late because I said I went to the actual game, and then I was like, that's wild. Don't know what we're doing, but we're finding a way to still stay in this game. And then, like I said, and then after the Falcons game, then comes the 49ers game, and we crapped the bed again. Our defense gave us several opportunities. I'm like, I don't know what this team is. And then we beat the number one team. So I don't know. I don't know. I am along for the ride. I'm happy. After that 6-yard gain, second down and 4, going to hand to Kareem Hunt, who is going to get back to the line of scrimmage and be it. So we third down and 4. But yeah, I don't know. Darker, I'll be honest. I have no idea. OU overachieved this year. Your defense is amazing, but we talked about it direct though. I think I had y'all at 9-3, so y'all being 10-2, not as much an overachieve. But like you had a really hard schedule and you made it through there. So Zoe, now I do prefer that the Raiders fail to fix this issue. It definitely makes things easier for my team. That is true. You do need like one team that's bad in your division that you can kind of just rely on. Mahomes scrambling around, throws an absolute travesty. Then again, he wasn't getting hit as he threw, so it'll be fourth down and 4, 5:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. What are the... Now they're going to punt it away. Oh, you're going to punt away this time. Oh, okay. No, they're going for it. Okay, well, they're going for it again. Yeah, it was a duck. It was, when I shoot that, I don't know why. I've never shot a duck in my life. I don't know what that was. I have never gone hunting in my life. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, duck hunter. I played duck hunter before, and I've never hunted in my life. I've shot guns, but I've never hunted. I pretended to hunt. I've never shot anything, though. Let's say this. How about this? I have never killed anything. There we go. Look at me. I'm humanitarian. I I've never killed anything. I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up, but I brought that to the table. So it's fourth down and 4. Mahomes has 2 interceptions, not great. 12 for 27 for 131 yards, but he does have 7 rushes for 59 yards. There you go. There's that. Texans defense is suffocating. Let's just say that. Fourth down and 4. I should have started Aaron Rodgers over Patrick Mahomes. 5:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mahomes going to simple check under motion. Over to his left. Bunch to the right. Drops back to pass. And is getting pressure. Steps in the pocket. Is going to throw on the run. And dropped. Trying to get Rashee Rice. And it was broken up by Al-Shaair. 5:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Texans once again have great field position. Do not ruin it. Don't ruin it. First down 10. Zoe, the Panthers are delightful chaos this year, I think. That's fair. We're bringing back cardiac cats for sure. And if we could have just had a great pass rush this year, we'd actually be dangerous. Because the fact that we have by far one of the worst pass rushes, it's understandable. It's understandable why we have the worst pass rushes. We have young edge rushers that are just kind of transitioning. Literally, Nick Scorton is, I think he just recently turned 21. He's really young. So it makes sense. But, We have really young pass rushers on the edges, and our interior defensive linemen are known more for being run stuffers, but Derek Brown is still amazing. Um, should get Pro Bowl votes, but he's not getting Pro Bowl votes, so I'm kind of surprised about. But we have by far one of the worst pass rushes, but we still find ways to get picks, which is crazy. Like J.C. Horn is like top three in picks, and then Mike Jackson's not that too far behind him, and like that. Then again, it is Michael Penix, but like no, that 30-0 game, like we got like no pressure on Michael Penix, but still we could still pick him off. I don't know, it's happening. Cameron, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Hey, I'm looking for. I don't know what I forgot what I was talking about. I love talking about losing my train of thought. I'm sorry, Cameron. I ruined your comment because I forgot what I was talking about. Love the reference though. Sorry. As a history teacher, which U.S. president won a civil rights transportation? Whoa, hold a second. Transportation case decades before the Rosa Parks event. Won a civil rights transportation case? I'm talking about Lincoln when he was a lawyer? Are you talking about that one, or are you talking about something different? Maybe. Zoe, I didn't see the Steelers game. Did they real? Did they do really well? Not really. Well, they started off doing well, and then they almost let the Ravens come back and win because they couldn't do anything really like in that fourth quarter. So yes and no. Like counting stats did pretty well. Like technically Aaron Rodgers had a rushing touchdown, but not that one. There's a rice case transportation case decades before the Rosa Parks event. I mean, technically there was also what's her name? She was the 16-year-old that happened before Rosa Parks. Claudette, was it Claudette Cloven? It was a CC. Technically, Rosa Parks event happened after a 16-year-old did the same exact thing, but because she was 16-year-old and she was pregnant, the NCAA, hilarious if I just say NCAA, NAACP didn't want her to be the focus, so instead, so they got Rosa. So Rosa Parks was the secretary. Rosa Parks did the boycott instead, and then she was the face of it. But technically, it was Claudette. I think her name is Claudette Cloven who did it first. But the U.S. president, I'm trying to think who else was a lawyer besides Lincoln, who also would have been before the Rosa Parks case. You got me stumped on that one. Think 1854. Like the president was the president of 1854, or he did it in 1854. President 1854. So it's before Van Buren, so that would have been. Well, let's see, Van Buren. Yeah, but Van Buren was 1 year. Oh shit, I feel terrible on the spot. Okay, so is it 1854 when he was in office, or is it like 1854 when it happened? Garfield? I mean, Garfield was after 1854, but like if that happened before his time, or is 1854 like that's when if he was the president, 1854. Hand out to Woody Marks, gets to the 38-yard line, gaining about 3 yards there, third down. It happened in 1854. Okay. So it happened in 1854. Would have been when he was a lawyer. And it's not James Garfield or Grover Cleveland, because I'm trying to think of like who would have been around in that time before they would have become president. I'm thinking either James. Oh, Chester Arthur. Okay. Elizabeth Jennings in a case against NYC Trolley. Okay, so Chester Arthur. Okay. So around the same time. Okay. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. That one stumped me. That one stumped me for sure. Where was I at? Oh, that's right, Emmanuel. Sorry, Emmanuel. The NFC South and its inability for teams to have good pass rushes. If, exactly. Delay a game by the Texans, by the way. Well, that was for the Chiefs going on fourth down and turned it over on their own territory. Oh, my bad there, Cameron. That makes sense. Old man being Andy Reid. Yeah, that's fair. Also, JPJ is the first rookie since Mike Parsons to record a sack in 5 straight games. He's a beast. Exactly, Emmanuel. Look, so you could be happy that you're giving up a top 10 pick for JPJ. It's fine. It's fine. All good. Third and 12 after that delay a game. Bringing the pressure. See Stroud steps in the pocket. Throws. And it's going to be. Oh. He had Kirk open and he missed him. 4th and 12. 3:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oh boy, here we go again. He's open. He is open, and you miss him by a mile. Like he's on one of the worst cover corners they have in Connor. And you just miss him. You just miss him. So I got to punt this ball away. Townsend to try to pin him deep. 3:53 left to go in the fourth. They're trying to block this punt. Got it away, and it's going to be fair caught. Oh, great job by the Texans, downing at the 7. So 3:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. KC has 2 timeouts at the 7. Texans, please. Please. If you want to make this interesting, give them a touchdown. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, Texans need to be looking for a new QB. CJ is just not this guy. Maybe you need to give him a cognitive test. Remember when that happened? When the cognitive test happened, and then that's the reason why people are saying he dropped. The reason why the Panthers didn't want him because he failed the cognitive test. And then now you don't even hear about that test anymore because he just had a great rookie year. Anyways, from the 8-yard line, first down 10, shotgun formation, drops back to pass. Mahomes steps in the pocket, is going to throw. It's going to be dropped by Kelsey. Kelsey, you're dropping to a knee right in front of. I screwed it up. Dang it! It's late. It is literally late. But that sounds interesting. Now I'm going to have to look into that. Thanks, educational. Exactly. Like I said. It is interesting to see what some of the presidents did before they became presidents. What was it? Oh, second down 10 from the 8-yard line. Shotgun formation with Kareem Hunt to his right. Kelsey, 4 targets, 1 reception. That's crazy. Throws, caught, no, picked because Kelsey can't catch, and it's Al-Shaair with the pick. 3:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. Kelsey. Have you or someone you know been subjected to Chiefs Texans Sunday Night Football? If so, you may be entitled to legal compensation. Well, that's fair. But then again, I will take this any day of the week compared to 10-7 Broncos Raiders or 10-7 Eagles Packers. Or whatever game that I had to. Oh, the 49ers Rams game, the last game that I streamed in my trailer. That one was terrible too. Look, what QB should we draft in 2026? Ty Simpson. I'm sorry, I'm so over him. He's generally horrible. Holy crap, his defense just balls. It bails this team out. Balls. So going to be from the 26-yard line, going to be handed to Woody Marks off to the left side. He's going to get up to the 25, down to the 24. So get 2 yards there, second down 8. What about 6-3 Seahawks Bears? See, I didn't stream that game though, but yes, that was awful. I watched that game because it was during Christmas. You're right, it was the Christmas one, and I streamed that. I didn't stream it, but I watched that game because my parents, not my parents. Who was I with for that Christmas? I can't remember if I was with my dad, my mom for that Christmas. But they were asking me what I was watching. I was like, I'm watching this terrible game. And then I just turned it off because I was like, this is terrible. I'm glad I'm not streaming this game because that would have been awful. Yeah, 6-3. That one was bad. If you're streaming tomorrow, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much. Hey, Dobie, what's up? Went home crying. I hope y'all had a great night. Oh, Dobie, I'm sorry. Did you go to the game? Because, like I said, hey, you put up a good fight, Dobie. Like I said, the Bears, yeah, they lost, but you got them in 2 weeks. You get a rematch. Oh, that's right. That was at the Lambos. He wouldn't have gone to the game. But you know what? The Bears, they're having a great year. Hopefully, they can still continue to go to the playoffs. And then, hey, you break your streak. First year coach going to playoffs, a pretty good start. So who knows? And you still have a shot to make it of still winning the division. Not gonna lie too. You need some help, but you can still make it happen. There was that one Broncos-Niners game. Yes, that Jimmy G threw a pick six on a safety that he stepped out of bounds. Yes, that one was bad. Colts-Broncos was bad, but it was entertaining bad. Like that one wasn't as bad because it was entertaining bad of how bad it was. There's another one too that I think. Panthers-Bears, the one that I talked about earlier. That was an awful game to stream. Third down, and Woody Marks gets the first down, gain of 6 yards on third down and 5. 3:15 left to go in the third quarter. Casey has no timeouts, and they can just bleed this clock more and more and kick a field goal, and then this game is done. 6-7. Yeah, director, 6-7. I will say this. My students don't say it as much. There is one student who says it a lot, and I still tell them, I was like, you realize that no one's laughing, right? And then he usually stops after that. First down, Tim with the 15-yard line under center. Strong to the right, going to send Higgins into motion. Going to be a handoff to Woody Marks, who's going to get about 2 yards. That's fine. Second down, 8. I have a feeling Kami is going to miss. Luke, you always do this. Luke, I love your delusions. I love your delusions because it's so much just like, I'm just going to put out the most negative. So if it happens good, I'm happy. If it doesn't, then I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. That's funny. Hey, Dobie, I'm sorry about your Bears. Yeah. I just wanted to win 2 in a row against these guys. It's just almost been 20 years since we've won 2 in a row against them. Yeah, that's bad. At the same time, you still have everything in front of you. You can still technically win the division. Like I said, all you gotta do is win most of the rest of your games. You can lose 49ers game and have the Packers lose the Broncos game, and then lose to you once. Then you can win the division. So you still have a good possibility to win the division though. I'm so glad I missed the 49ers Broncos game. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. 6-7 is the Chiefs record. I mean, oh yeah. I'm sorry, director. That when I just saw 6-7, it just drives my daughter crazy. She doesn't mind slang. She doesn't mind nonsense. No, I agree with that. The 6-7. Because, I did tell the students, you do realize this has been, a year for 6-7. They're like, no, it hasn't. I was like, 6-7 started in 2024. It's been a whole entire year. Yeah, no. And also, I don't get mad about it because I'm also, I lived during the Vine era. I was literally in middle school during Vine, and I was like, and I literally told them, I was like, would y'all understand if I said, 21? I was like, yeah, sorry. I was like, road worker head. Yeah, I sure hope it does. And they were like, what? And I was like, see, you don't understand. And I was like, that's fine. Because it's from when I was in middle school and you were 2. So I was like, you wouldn't understand that. At the same time, I'm not gonna understand everything you say. I'm not also gonna say everything you say because it makes no sense why I would want to try to do that. Because why would I try to copy your slang? So yeah. Let's see here. There's a blog post, history making women on the Teshley Solutions website that includes a story and other little-known women in music, science, and banking. Oh, very nice. I got to check that out. So history. Went a little bit too far. History making women on the Teshley Solutions website. Okay, I looked that up. Where are we at? Oh yeah. Hey Dubby, I'm so sorry, brother. Rotate and tie the Cowboys. That is fair. Education Unpacked. I'll check that out. Hopefully, my Broncos can beat the Packers for you, Dubby. Exactly. Hopefully, like I said, pull it out. Second down 8 under center. Gonna be I formation with Woody Marks in the backfield. Woody gets down to the 10, down to the 9. It's going to be third down and 4. 1:53 left to go in the fourth. It's still a part of my vocabulary. I say that every time I see a road work sign. Exactly, like I said, it is, and that's what I'm saying. Is like if you hear it so many times, it becomes part of your vocabulary, some part of your lexicon, just like what you say. Like I'm legally blind, like some of that POP, hold it down, like that kind of stuff. Like like same thing with music. Like if I see like certain words that sound like a song, I'm probably gonna sing that song. Like it just happens. So I tell this to my students. I'm like I understand. Woody Marsh doesn't get off the line of scrimmage, loses a yard, but it doesn't matter. It's that 10-yard line. And Connie Fairbairn is going to ice this game. Don't even have to worry about it. Yeah, not good, Dobes, but also I'm over it. Ever since the Miami game, I've had one foot out the door on the Falcons, so I really can't muster the energy for them to let me down more. Yeah, there's more education content on this YouTube channel. Yeah, very nice. I gotta check you out, Education Unpacked. Call me after the stream, Ryan. Don't worry, Luke, I will. Drew Gooden, yes, Drew Gooden. I also watch Man Carrying Thing. So Man Carrying Thing is a YouTube channel that started out doing book reviews, and then he still does some book reviews, but he made started making short form content like about a year or so ago, and he's also popped off too. And he made a Drew Gooden video where it's like he actually hit how Drew Gooden speaks. It's kind of funny, but he's like the two different types of Drew Gooden videos, and like one is like kind of like a fun kind of lively kind of thing, and then one is like the one that Drew Gooden just posted where it was like the tech billionaires are like just shorting your lives, and it's like yeah, Drew kind of does it sometimes. He like goes back and forth. Education. It's a mashup of my name and my daughter's name, which means a lot to me, but not to anyone else. It's okay. That's why I use Education Unpacked for the channel name. Oh, this game has been 3-1. Yeah, it's been an interesting game to say the least. But Connie Fairbairn's gonna ice it. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Texans win. Go to 8-5. Kansas City goes 6-7. Kick is up. Kick is good. So there you go. So game's over. 30 seconds though. So we still got 30 seconds to Mars. I hated that. I hate that joke. I don't like that one. I wish I could cut that. I'm a reasonable person, and as a reasonable person, I don't like Jared Leto. I don't know why I said 30 seconds to Mars. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. That's dumb. Sometimes the first thing that pops into my head is what I say, and yeah. I don't want to talk about Jared Leto. There's a reason why I don't want. I'll just say this. There's a reason why I did not watch the new Tron, and it's not just because everyone said it was bad. It's not the only reason. But yeah, there's a couple people I do not want. I don't watch in movies. If I see they're in a movie, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Kelsey must feel awful right now. Honestly, a whole bunch of the Chiefs probably feel awful because they didn't show up. Neither did the Texans offense, but they still made it work when it counted. So, Connie Fairbairn on to kick this ball away. It is 20-10. 30 seconds. So much potential for what could happen. And return from the 10-yard line to the 15, up to the 20, up to the 25. Thornton up to the 30. Oh, cuts back across and gets nothing at the 30-yard line. So wasted 8 seconds, 22 seconds, no timeouts. Kansas City What you gonna do? Good night there, director. Hey, you know what? We can still be happy that your Oklahoma Sooners could win their first playoff game next weekend. Let's go. The world wins when the Chiefs lose. That's fair. Love you to meet everyone. Exactly. Education. I'd love for you to come back next week. Well, not really next week, but tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Wish I could get over it. You would think I could get over it after 30 years, but no. Well, it's. I mean, it's like if the Gators couldn't beat Georgia, which they haven't been able to beat Georgia in quite some time. So okay, kind of. Same education packed. Loved your facts. I did love it as well. 11 seconds. 11 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Second down and 10. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it sucks that you lost, but if you're the Bears, like I said, you still have not an easy path, but you still have a reasonable path to win the division or still go to the playoffs. You just got to take care of business. And it's a false start, and guess what? That's a 10-second runoff, so you got 1 second left. Oh, whoopsie. Um, man. Poe been playing pretty good, though. But wait, they said Zach Pickens. What? How do you get Zach Pickens from 79? Not even the same exact team. I don't know how that happened. All right, well. Oh, I thought that was a 10-second runoff. All right, well. All right, well. Well, hello. And I got another subscriber. Very nice. Feel free to share it with others. I definitely will. Shout out to everyone in the chat, including Ryan Green. Thanks so much. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. Shout out from the South Bronx, brother BKL Contreras, aka Sport Entertainment Guy. Very nice. And that is the final. So 20-10, Texans get the win, 8-5. KC goes 6-7, and unfortunately, Kansas City, you got to win out, try to make the playoffs. There's still a chance for you to do so, but like I said, you got to get a little help. So Kansas City on the ropes, and the Texans being 8-5, you are still in the driver's seat to try to make your destiny. You got to be able to win out and have the Jaguars drop a game, hopefully against the Broncos, and there's a chance that the Texans can win the division. Now, is it easy? No, it's not. He's still got a little bit of road ahead. You got to go against the Browns, the Cardinals, Chargers, and then finish up against the Colts. But knowing the Jaguars, they probably will find a way to lose a game. So if you're the Texans, you should be full confident. I'm gonna call Luke a little bit later because, like I said, I want to hear what Luke's got to say because I'm sure it'll be fascinating. But I'll be here tomorrow, and like I said, we'll do the Eagles versus Chargers. Should be an interesting game as well. Both these teams kind of been kind of floundering. I guess that's the word I want to use. Kind of been up and down this season, so it'll be interesting to see how which team comes out on top. Let's see here. I'm staying up until 12:01, praying on my hands and knees. We fire. Well, let's just say, man, I don't know if you're going to fire your head coach right now. Zach robbing people's sons like we did with Arthur Smith. Look, I'm going to be honest. I just don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for the stream, Ryan. It was great as always. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully.